from you guys since last episode. We're not going into the Minecon topic just yet. This is sort of a side note. I'm trying out this house design. One of the suggestions I got was to have a birch trim on the top. So I tried that out. It really does mesh well with the spruce on top and with the build as a whole. And also, since I figured, I don't know if stone brick really fits in with this sort of pathway, I tried adding some bricks here. And on the sides, obviously, we'll have some stairs right there. That's not bad. It's actually not bad. I don't like this brick face right here. It's too plain. If I could add some stairs, I don't have the bricks on me to make any stairs, but if I could add some stairs, maybe. Maybe that would work out pretty well. What do you guys think, though? Let me know down in the comments. I feel like the brick is a little out of place, but if we go over here, all right, go over here. I do like this house design, but the issue is it doesn't really blend well with the pathway, and I kind of like using birch. I don't know why, but a lot of people just don't like birch, and I don't get it. I don't get it. Birch is one of those blocks that I always go to. I think it looks really good. I honestly do think it looks really good. So I don't know. Let me know. I like the birch a bit. It stands out quite a bit, but I think that it may actually work a lot better as a color contrast instead of stone brick. I think it may, or we might just mix and match them. To be honest, that may work out a lot better. And actually, standing up here, that brick down there doesn't look that bad. I'll have to play with some things and add something else to the base, because I don't think stone brick's going to work out the way I want it to. I think that we're going to have to replace some stuff down there, but that is for another day, or we may do that later in today's episode. I just want to go ahead and show you guys what I've been up to on that front. Before we go ahead and head on into the talks, let me go ahead, guys, and gather some more materials. I actually need to look at the pathway design and see what I actually did for that. And gather some more, like, stone and stuff. I have some stone here that I can smelt. No, I can make stuff out of it by making the cracked stone bricks. So let me go ahead, guys, and get some more materials together, and then we'll get started with today's talk. Better yet, you can also comment down below if you have any other suggestions, or if you have an opinion about the house over there. I'll put a poll up in the top right hand corner. That was one of the suggestions I got from last episode, I believe. First, that someone said, hey, White, use polls instead of the other way around. So that was a great idea. I'll probably go ahead and use that then. But yeah, we're gonna get started on the pathway. What I'm gonna try using the pathway that we used for, oh, this is gonna be cleared out. That we were gonna use for the village. I'm gonna try using that and kind of expand from there, because I feel like that's probably the best way to do this. That's not gonna work out too well. Oh boy. Okay. Trying to get stairs done, because this is probably the easiest to get done right now. But yeah, Minecon and the new updates. So like I said, spoiler alert, if you guys have not seen Minecon, the Minecon for this year, I highly suggest going over to the Mojang channel, as I said in my channel update, and going ahead and watching that stuff, because a lot of useful information came out of it, and a lot of sneak peeks for the future. So Minecon in general was something that I personally never really cared for. It's always been this sort of really cringy show, and this year was no different. This year it was especially cringy, as it's sort of become over the years. So I'm one of the people who says that the Minecon this year wasn't great. I like the idea though that they had for the Minecon. That to me is probably the best thing that they could have come up with, because they realize, and I think a lot of people realize, oh, this is actually gonna have to be moved. We actually don't need you. A lot of people realize that the majority of the people who watch Minecon don't actually go to the convention. They simply watch it at home because they can't make it. So it does make sense. We actually have to remove this. We probably want to fill this in. I'm thinking that we're gonna have to raise this up and just block this across, most likely. It makes the most sense, I guess. So we'll just do that. And then this will have to I'm not sure what to do with that yet, but we'll deal with that in a second. But yeah, Minecon in general was pretty cringy. They always have their little shows and things. I don't particularly care for them, to be honest. That's not why I'm at Minecon. I always just wait until the actual like feature updates and things like that before I usually just skip through it. That's what I did this year. I couldn't make it live, so I just kind of skipped until I saw where Jeb was talking about the new updates, and that's what I was sort of there for anyway. So that's just sort of what I did. But yeah, as for updates, this is sort of what's going to be happening. So they discussed a lot about 1.14, and I want to give you guys my reaction as to what's happening and whether or not I think it's a good thing or not. So what's happening is that in 1.14, they will be releasing what is known as the aquatic update. Essentially, they're adding a lot of stuff to the oceans. That, to me, is exactly what this game needs. We haven't had any content in the oceans for a long time. At least it feels like. Ever since Guardians, we haven't really had that much. And so to see them starting to add more stuff to the oceans really makes me happy. Now, there are a few things I still want. I still would love to see some, like, sharks or, what else is there? There's a lot of different things that I would love to see. Sharks is probably the main thing. Turtles. Turtles would be another thing I would love to sort of look into. That's one of the suggestions I saw, and I really like the idea of having turtles in the game. It would make a lot of sense as well, which I think is super crucial for this game. So that's something that I would love to see. But regardless, a lot of cool things coming out of it. The Trident. So if you guys don't know, they're introducing a ton of new features in 1.13. Specifically, the one I'm the most excited about is... What was I the most excited about? I think the Trident is going to be an awesome feature. If you guys don't know, the Trident essentially is going to be a sort of I kind of think of it as a spear. It's going to be found underwater. Maybe found underwater. I don't think they've really said yet how it's going to be found or how it's going to be implemented, because they don't know the specifics just yet. But yeah, the Trident is going to be a huge thing. They showed it being used in an ocean monument. I think that's a really cool idea, and I really like that. That's looking pretty good. That's looking real good. I like this pathway. And I think the Trident's going to have a lot of good uses. They're changing water mechanics, water physics, which some people are up in arms about. They really don't like it. I say let's just wait. Let's wait until Mojang's actually sort of implemented these features or started to use them and show us sort of how things are going to work with them before we really have an opinion about it. It makes sense. One of the features that they showed is that water is now going to be able to go through fences, which honestly, it makes a lot of sense. I was always surprised that they didn't have that feature to begin with. So I honestly don't mind it. I think it's gonna be okay. And yeah, things like that. Oh, the one thing I was really excited about was sunken ships. So now actually gonna have sunken ships in the game, which is super awesome. They're also gonna add like coral and like I think it's seaweed or something similar to that. They're gonna be adding a lot of stuff. They're gonna be adding a lot of stuff. So I want to know your guys' reactions down in the comment section below. One of the things that I've been stressing on my Discord server a little bit, which if you guys don't know, I have a Discord server. Link is down in the description below. One thing I've been stressing is not to overreact. One thing people love to do, people absolutely love to do in these updates is overreact to everything that could possibly happen. People love to sort of hate on the developers at first and don't really give the developers the time that they need to showcase what can actually happen with these updates. So if there's anything I want to stress to you guys enough, it's sort of keep in mind that these things are still a work in progress. 1.13 is going to be what's up next. This all this update stuff isn't even for the next update. It's for the update after that. So keep that in mind as you make your opinions about the different things regarding Minecon and the new updates coming out. And I think one of the best things to do is not completely hate on the developers. Give them time to sort of work things out, and who knows what could happen. One thing I also want to discuss, this isn't necessarily Minecon related, but this is Mojang related. Maybe considered drama, but I think it's pretty important to go ahead and talk about this. On the Minecraft subreddit, if you guys don't know, there's a thing called Reddit, and there's a Minecraft subreddit. I'm a part of it. It's a pretty interesting place, I'd say. Is it the greatest place in the world? No, but it is a pretty interesting place. So I go on there occasionally and kind of interact with the community over there, say hi, see what's up, you know, all that kind of stuff. One of the things I saw recently, I actually just saw it today, that has me a bit, not flustered, but a bit disappointed. So there's a thing called flares on the Minecraft subreddit. Essentially, if you're part of the subreddit, you can have a certain badge or a certain thing beside your name to kind of display maybe who you are. In the case of Mojang developers, a lot of times they have the Mojang symbol beside them, so that people know that they are a staff employee of Mojang, and that's, you know, if you have any questions directed to them, they are actual official representatives of the company itself. One of the things that was discussed very recently was by one of the employees by the name of Mark. He's a longtime OG, you know, employee, one of the longtime developers of the game. A lot of people know him. A lot of people actually do love him. But he talked about how he sort of contacted or he was one of the people who helped to contact the Minecraft subreddit moderators, because obviously Mojang doesn't have the time to sort of moderate that themselves, so they have other people moderate it. It's fan moderated. It's not like it's the team itself that gets to moderate it. And he was saying that he basically contacted the moderators and said, hey, is there any way that we can get have all those working on Minecraft, not just those in Mojang, but also those who work on, you know, Bedrock Edition and all these other editions. If we could all have one sort of unifying one unifying tag to say, hey, I work on the game, sort of thing. And the moderators said no, which I can understand. I understand that it's sort of, if you want to sort of designate those who actually work on the actual game, I guess, or those who actually work on the Java edition, those who work on the Bedrock edition, you kind of want to differentiate them in some ways so that you know sort of who to contact or whatever. Funny thing is, I was told that apparently there are a lot of people who work on both editions. They just kind of mix and match back and forth, which was interesting. I actually had never heard of that, so that to me was a big surprise. But yeah, the moderators said no, and then Mark basically went to Twitter, and talked about it, how this has happened. The moderator said no, it is what it is, sort of thing. And there was a lot of discussion regarding it. A lot of people who said, "Oh yeah, it makes sense. Don't give those who develop Minecraft who aren't part of Mojang. Don't bring all those people together, because you know those who are developing the Bedrock edition aren't real OGs. And they don't really, you know, they don't really. I wouldn't say that they really matter, but they're not real developers. You know, they're just money hungry Microsoft employees. You know, they don't really matter. It's okay." And I was a bit taken aback by that. I know Microsoft ever since its acquisition of Minecraft has been seen as doing things for the money. And to be honest, that's been pretty true over the years. With a lot of the updates that they've had, I have personally also sort of said that and taken notice of that a lot of what they do is meant to make money. I mean, it makes sense that they want to make money off the game, but it seemed a bit extreme for a lot of the things that I saw. So it's understandable, but what hit me the most was how much the developers were attacked. How essentially, if you weren't working on the Java edition, if you weren't an OG, you didn't matter, is what it seemed like. And that hit me quite a bit. I actually I commented on that sort of post saying, I don't think this is right. You know, I did lay into a lot of people. I did do that, saying that it's sad that this is what the Minecraft community has come to, but it's always kind of been this way. That those who aren't OG developers are seen as subpar developers. That to me is not right. That to me is not what this community should be about. Like it or not, Bedrock Edition's sort of where the future is, in a lot of ways. Java Edition, I love Java Edition, and I will continue to play Java Edition. Do not get me wrong. I absolutely love this edition of the game, and I think that, for the most part, this is where Microsoft, the money-hungry sort of side of Microsoft that everyone sees, can't really touch the game on Java Edition, because there's such a large community here of honestly some incredible people, incredible innovators. Il Mango is who comes to mind. Just some incredible people innovate in this game, especially the Java Edition of the game. It's available on Mac, Linux, all that stuff for your computer. To me, that there are a lot of just incredible modders and developers that work on this game. So don't get me wrong, I appreciate that, but people also need to realize, in my opinion, that there are a lot of really good developers out there who do not work on Java Edition. And yes, just because someone works for Microsoft does not mean that they are a terrible individual. It does not mean that they are just the worst human being in the world, and that they deserve to be sort of considered as a subpar developer simply because they work on the Bedrock Edition and they don't work as a part of Mojang on the actual Java Edition. So that's something that I kind of wanted to bring up. Kind of ties in with Minecon and something I saw recently, because I just didn't feel it was right. Like I said, I posted on Reddit about it. I commented on the. I'm not gonna link the actual post. For all I know, it might be taken down by now or something. I don't know. But it's something that I saw, and I didn't really necessarily. I didn't agree with it at all. Some of the things that were being said. So that's also a message to you guys. Keep an open mind about developers. As someone in the sort of, I guess, coding business, I sort of understand. I totally understand where people are coming from. They're not happy with a lot of things that are going on. Now, of course, the Aquatic update, like I've been saying, has been vastly. People love it, essentially. People absolutely love it, and that to me is something really awesome to see. Something that the developers should definitely be proud of. The Aquatic update is going to be pretty awesome. A lot of people enjoy it. I enjoy it, and I think it's going to work out pretty well in the end. Yeah, just something to keep in mind moving forward. Think about, just keep in mind that things can be changed. Don't overreact to things. A few things that I really like about the Aquatic update, I don't think I really mentioned. Dolphins are going to be awesome. Apparently dolphins you can use to help find the sunken treasure and stuff like that, which is going to be awesome. It's going to be super cool. I'm really excited for that. Oh, I didn't add mossy stone. We can add some mossy stone around here. Yeah, just a lot of things like that are gonna be pretty cool. Things like, what else? I'm trying to think of what else there was. There's a lot of different things that are gonna be added. So I'm gonna be missing some stuff. Almost for certain, I'll be missing some stuff. But just a lot of cool things that I think are really gonna add a lot to the game are coming in 1.14. Obviously 1.13, that's not gonna happen. 1.13 is just an update where they're developing the back end of things. Ooh, slabs and stairs, another big thing. Slabs and stairs have been confirmed as coming, at least slabs. after 1.13. That is something that has been confirmed to be coming, so get excited for that. Finally, we're gonna get some more slabs and stairs, and it's gonna be really awesome. I'm really happy that they decided to definitely go through with that, and that's really gonna help out it's definitely gonna take a bit of edge, because a lot of times people look at Mojang and said, why aren't you developing slabs and stairs? Why aren't you developing slabs and stairs? We've waited 3 years for this or something, you know? Stuff that rightfully so, that has been waited for, is finally going to be coming out very soon, hopefully, in 1.14. No idea. They didn't even announce when 1.14 is going to be out. I think they said within the next year, so it could be a while. But the biggest thing to do is to stay patient. Realizing that we get updates for free, which is something that a lot of games don't get. A lot of games do not get updates for free, and that's something to take into account. How, I wouldn't say special, how awesome it is to have some of the developers that we have, and to have the game that we have, and to have the sort of tradition that was first established by Notch of having these free updates. I think it's going to look pretty good in the end, and I'm very excited for a lot of what's to come. How is this pathway looking? It's looking all right. I think it needs to go through a lot of changes. We need to add some more grass to it. It's looking too full. This one over here is not looking too bad. This one over here is not too bad. I really like this staircase right here. I think that this turned out pretty well. I'm liking how that turned out. A lot of these things, I'm really liking how they turned out. Yeah, the main takeaway from today's video, guys, just keep an open mind about things, not only in, you know, game development, but also just in life. Keep an open mind about some things. It'll serve you pretty well in the future. It certainly has served me well, keeping an open mind about different things people do, or different life things in general. It's pretty important to understand and to not judge too quickly. That can lead you down a very slippery slope and is not good for future endeavors. So just something to keep in mind as we move forward through this game, move forward through a lot of things in life and whatnot. Why is this like this? What did I do here? This needs to go up one, I suppose, like that. This all sort of needs to be reworked, to be honest. It looks a bit interesting. Yeah, this sort of side doesn't look great. We'll have to rework that. Some torches around here, but yeah, this pathway is coming along pretty nice. That is actually going to wrap things up for the episode for today, guys. Bit of a rambly, not the greatest of episodes, but I still wanted to get this out on Monday, and I don't have a lot of time right now to sort of record currently. I'll be streaming later on. When this video is released, I'll be streaming probably, I'll either have streamed before this episode or after this episode. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to be doing, but either before or after this episode we'll have streamed. So head on over to twitch.tv if you guys, twitch.tv/whitefire, if you guys are interested in seeing streams from me. Link is down in the description. Also, like I said before, Discord is down in the description and whatnot. So if you're interested in interacting with the rest of the community that is around this channel, I highly suggest heading down there to the comments below, or to the comments, the description, and joining the Discord server. This part is actually being recorded after the launch of the Discord, and we already have over, I think it's like 20 or 30 people. We have far exceeded what I expected already, which is pretty cool. So thank you all. If you're watching this and you're in there and you're already in the Discord, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate all the feedback, all the support, all the just interacting on Discord. It's gonna be an awesome Discord, I think. We're gonna talk a lot about Minecraft. We're gonna talk a lot about real life in certain instances. We're gonna talk about a lot about some really cool things. And I plan to do a lot of things over in that Discord as well. So if you are interested, I highly recommend joining the Discord, at least for a bit, seeing what it's like. If you don't like it, that's okay. You don't have to be a part of it, but if you do like it, all the better. And I hope that you guys are going to be over there pretty soon. But yeah, let me go ahead and get today's comment together, guys. That's going to do it for today's episode. Just need a comment for today, and then we'll end things off. The pathway, I am liking this pathway. I'm liking how this is going. And we'll probably continue to work on this very, very soon. But yeah, guys, let me go ahead and get the comment, like I said, and then we'll end off today's episode. I just dropped the book. That's a great start. All right, everyone, I have today's comment. And it's a pretty simple comment. And it's something that I facepalmed after I finished last episode. Today's comment is from a user by the name of David Brett, who said, "You could name the boots Flippers. How in the world did I not think of it? Swimmers? Who says swimmers? Who says that?" But yeah, I think I got another comment like that. I couldn't find the other comment for some reason. But I'm pretty sure I got another comment that also said that. So just for the sake, so I don't forget, it costs a little bit extra. Flippers. It just makes so much more sense. I have no idea what's wrong with me. I'm sure I was just having an off day or something, like most days. But it's okay. It all worked out. It's okay. Alright, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I do hope you guys still enjoyed today's talk and took something away from it. I kind of feel like today was sort of a lackluster episode. I'm not too happy about that. But I think moving forward, that's going to hopefully change. I have some ideas for other things. Next episode, we will actually, hopefully, be fighting the Ender Dragon. If not, it'll be the episode after that. Just gonna get a lot of things together. I really want to fight that dragon. I really want to Elytra. I really want to get all that stuff taken care of now, so we can start flying around, making farms and making houses, and pathways, and just getting a lot of stuff done. Streaming is gonna help with that. Videos are gonna help with that. Uploading more often would help with that. As a lot of you guys know, I haven't had the most amount of time to upload, but I can do better. I'm sure I can do better, and that's what I hope to do coming forward. I also got a comment about this well, by the way. I will be redoing that. I'll be redoing everything in this village. Don't worry, guys. I will be redoing everything in this village. Pathways, houses, wells, farms, all that stuff. It's just going to take a little bit, probably. I'm not the most... I don't know. I don't do things very quickly in this world. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but I thank you all for all your suggestions, and I will be starting to write them down. As I've kind of mentioned to a few people, I will be writing them down. I think I'm going to get an actual paper copy notebook. I like the idea of just having your own ideas notebook. Not online, but in paper. And just a small notebook just to write a few things down. I'll probably be getting one of those and just sort of write all my ideas down there. So that's going to be something that I'll be doing, and that's something I want to do for this world. This is sort of my world now. This is the world I want to be in, and this is the world I want to work on for a very long time. So I look forward to that. But guys, enough rambling for today. Today's been basically all rambling, and it's time to end the rambling with the end of today's episode. So hopefully you all enjoyed today's episode. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead, smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and are not already subscribed. Anyways, guys, take care, and I'll see you later. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Minecraft Survival Experience. Ladies and gentlemen, I've done quite a bit of work since last episode. And by quite a bit, I mean I've just been in this world a lot. I've streamed twice, I believe, since the last episode, and done a whole bunch of things. The streams, by the way, guys, if you're right here from the streams, thank you so much for all the support. The streams have been crazy. They've been absolutely crazy. A lot more than I expected, a lot more people following, a lot more people just tuning into the streams than I honestly expected. So thank you all so much for tuning into those streams. Like I said, I've only streamed twice over at twitch.tv/whitefire. So if you guys are interested in future streams, I will be streaming more often, hopefully a few times a week from here on out, most likely, maybe except for finals week. But yeah, if you are interested in that, link is down in the description below. Like I said, guys, I've done quite a bit of work since last episode. But working on some tools here. I've been improving my armor. I think I got better legs somewhere. I need to go put them on. But I got a much better sword. Look at this thing. Sharpness 4, knockback 2, fire aspect 2, unbreaking 3, and sweeping edge 3. Incredible. Got our bow, obviously, in our pick. I made this into an efficiency 5 diamond pickaxe. And using one of the suggestions from a previous episode for the name, I kind of modified it and said, give me them diamonds. I think it's a pretty cool name, honestly. Some people say it's pretty cringe. I don't know. I kind of like it. And all the rest of these I don't think have changed. One thing I have changed, though, I actually talked to the creator of this chicken cooker in one of my streams. And basically, he was recommending that I take the lava out and go ahead and make this into an egg collector for the meantime. That way I can continue to build up this area over here. I still need to finish this over here. And that'll make things go a lot faster. So I haven't gotten any eggs yet. These are the only 2 little chicks, or 3 chicks. Looks like we have a new one in here. And once these guys grow up, they'll start dropping in some eggs down here. They shouldn't die. There's no block above them. And there's no lava in there, so there's no lava firing out. But yeah, once they grow up, they'll start dropping some eggs, and they'll go in here. Did have 2 chickens die before I made the change. We do have... This thing does work, by the way. But yeah, that should happen in the near future. We should get a lot of chicken going, hopefully very, very soon. So that's it for the updates. Today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, is all about preparing and defeating the Ender Dragon. I've done, like I said, a lot more of the preparing and streams and off camera and things like that. But moving forward, today is going to be a lot of finding Ender Pearls, finding Endermen, getting Ender Pearls, finding the end, and last but not least, killing the Ender Dragon. And we'll probably save the end cities for next episode. Unless, well, actually, we might go and find ourselves a pair of Elytra today. and save the exploring of end cities, the rest of the end cities for the future, like live streams and stuff. It just sort of depends on what I want to do. But yeah, that's the goal for today's stream, guys. Let me go ahead. I think I still need a looting sword. I thought I had a looting sword somewhere. I don't think this will bring up a looting sword over here in the enchantment area. Roll this. Sweeping edge 3. I mean, it's very possible we could get looting, but I don't know. I may still do a whole bunch of enchanting today. I do have... Yeah, I have enough to make 3 different swords, so I think my goal for today is going to make 3 different swords. Let's actually go ahead and do that. Get myself some sticks, like that. 2 sticks here, 2 sticks here. Yeah, we're going to need to get ourselves a looting sword, because that'll make the process of getting ender pearls a lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead, guys, get enough levels to enchant these 3 things. Then I'll bring you guys back, and we'll do some enchanting and see if we can get ourselves a looting sword. Alright, it's time. We got all the levels I need. And let's see. So that's Sweeping Edge 3. That is Unbreaking Boots. What is the book? I don't like either of those choices, so I'm going to go with the book. I did get 30. I actually got 40 levels instead of 36, which is all I needed. That is a terrible enchant. What in the world? Let's try another book. I really just want looting. Band of Arthropods. Depth Strider 3. Let's try another book. We may have to get a Band of Arthropods sword. Unbreaking 3. Okay. Protection 3. Let's go with the Unbreaking sword and see what happens. Sharpness 3. Okay, I'll take that. Sweeping Edge. The issue is, I feel like looting is so difficult to get in these types of things. We can always use these different enchants. So let's get Sweeping Edge. Knockback 2. Okay. Fire Aspect 2, no way. Protection 4. We're gonna do one more book, and then we have one more shot at this thing. Breaking 3. One last shot. Smite 4. Okay, so we didn't get a looting sword. Either way, though, we did get 3 decent swords, and that also means I'm gonna have to go the old-fashioned way when getting my... when getting these ender pearls. So that's gonna be a bit of a hassle, but I think we can do it, and it will end up being okay in the end. So let's go ahead and put all these things back. And now my next task, guys, is to wait for nighttime, then head out into an open field and just hunt for endermen all night long. Enderman time, enderman hunting. That's what I'll be doing. So let me go ahead, guys, wait for nighttime, and then we will get started with, or then I will go ahead and grab some ender pearls, and then we will hopefully get on our way to finding ourselves the end portal. Alrighty, here we go. I have 11 Knives of Ender. I have a few things in my Ender chest. I have all the potions I need, a bit of extra armor, sword, chest, some blocks for the end. I think we are all good to go to find ourselves the end. So the first Eye of Ender, and let's see where this thing goes. It's going that way. Okay. That our entrance is somewhere over here, because if I go over here, yeah, it should go over there somewhere. And if I shoot it from right here, it falls exactly right here. So let's start digging down and see if we can find this thing. Been traveling for a little ways. We are how far out? We're quite a bit out. Ooh, I just realized I forgot torches. Probably a stack. 2 stacks should suffice, hopefully. Let's grab you. I'm really hoping that 2 stacks is just enough, but you never know. So we should have one of these things somewhere around here. I'm hoping at least. I mean, we did land right here. Here, a cave. Oh. Here we are. I spy with my little eye. All kinds of baddies. Hello. We're just tearing some of this stuff down. All right, we're right here. Sweet. So let's go ahead and explore this thing. It's not like, you know, these things haven't been explored a billion times in these sorts of worlds. Why am I on fire? Thank you. Let's go ahead and do some of that. And I think we may have to... We don't want to go up. That leads nowhere, of course. Hey, buddy. I'm on fire again. How is that not surprising? Oh, cool. Maybe down here somewhere? I'm thinking... We're going to explore this place quite a bit. I really, honestly, just want to find the entrance to the... whatever you call it. The thing. The thing. The portal. That's what it is. We've been through a million of these things a million times. And, I think everybody on YouTube's done this by now. So, yeah. I can always come back through here later anyways and get all the loot. My main goal, honestly, I think I'll do this on a stream or something. Go through here, go through this on a stream. Let's see what we can do. This way, there's the library. Cool, cool. There's also a cave and some baddies. Come back to the loot. I don't really care about the loot. I guess I'm just more concerned about actual finding the portal. It's always the hard part with these things, trying to find the portal itself. Because finding the staircase is kind of hard. Please die. Thank you. Anything down here? Nope. Nothing down there. Check up here. Alright, this might be it. This is a staircase. Yes, we're right near it. That little... I'm pretty sure this little thing sort of signifies... There's a lot of baddies down here. Okay. We could die. Eat, 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 eat. Come on, man. Alright. Got you. Lots of baddies down here. My chest plate's also gonna die at some point. Should have probably repaired that before we came. That's alright. We'll live. There are lots of these things. This cave is so... Oh no. No, 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 no. Hit on both sides. These things are such a nuisance. Alright, well here's the loot. There we go. What's in the loot? Ender Pearl. We can always use that. I actually want to make that... I don't have it on me, but we can always make that into another... I can actually use that iron pickaxe. We can make that into another thing that we can use. Put it this way. Hello? Nothing here. It may be blocked off somewhere. That's something I don't think I've ever actually encountered. Is one that's been blocked off. But yeah, these are a lot of staircases. Still haven't found it yet. We're gonna keep on looking. Keeps going this way. Is it down here? There's more. I think this is in a ravine. Yeah, this is in a ravine. This is so weird. That's crazy. This is actually in a ravine. Oh no. Hopefully this didn't mess things up. Hello, buddy. How are you? Well, this is interesting. This is back to the other thing we were at. Here. actually eat before we die. This is actually taking a lot longer than I expected, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and head off camera, I guess, at this point and try to find this thing. This is not looking good though. This is not looking good at all. So hopefully we find this thing. It's massive, absolutely massive. Yeah, hopefully we find this thing, guys. I'm gonna go try to find it off camera, and I will see you guys in just a moment. Aha! Found it. All right, just right here. Ooh, diamond. Yes, yes. We can always repair our thing, whatever you call it. Go ahead and destroy the silverfish spawner, because I hate silverfish. And this thing has one. Oh no, one in it. Dang it. So I will need to go get some more Endermen. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's a sound too. Oh, we would have had just enough too if a few of them hadn't broken. We had 11 to start out with. All right, well, oh, I do have one in here. There's not one in here. Let's actually go ahead and set up a base right here. Let's set up our ender chest right back here. Let's go ahead and set up a array of chests. Right. Actually, I want to move you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put you right there. Let's just put some junk in here. Some junk that we don't need. We do have... Actually, I want you for later. I'm going to put you in here. We do have one more Eye of Ender. There we go. And voila. Right there. Yes, we do have enough Eyes of... We need 2 more. We need 2 more Eyes of Ender. That will be a bit of a pain to go get, but shouldn't be too difficult. I actually want to go ahead and sleep right here if I can. Yeah. Go ahead and sleep right here. Take a screenshot of the coordinates. Dig straight up from here. I'm going to have to find... Oh, this episode's already going on pretty long, guys. This is going to be a pretty darn long episode, I do say to myself. Just the way things are going. But yeah, I need to get 2 more ender pearls. Shouldn't take too long to get once it turns nighttime. Should have probably left it nighttime, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm going to put some of this stuff away, head to the surface, and I will see you guys for the Ender Dragon fight. The real fight, that is, in just a moment. All right, guys. Well, it has been probably a few hours, and I finally have the last Eye of Ender. I did not realize how difficult it would be to find Endermen at night in the birch forest. And I found a lot of... Actually, I did find quite a few Endermen. I found like 5 to 10 a night, but they only dropped maybe... I got maybe 1 drop. 2. Actually, I got 2 drops. 1 drop each night, I think, or something. There was some nights where I didn't get any drops. It was not fun, guys. It was not fun. Note to self for future reference. Don't wait on getting some of that stuff. So we're just gonna repair this thing real quick. It was almost down to nothing after all the nights I've been out there fighting zombies and stuff. So yeah, that's done. And I actually got a lot of cooked mutton as well. We were running low on food, so I got some of that done. I also went ahead and did that. And I think we are good to go. Do something like that. I don't think I'm missing anything. I could have... Ooh, I know what I'm missing. I made some glass because I wanted some of these. Some of that. And 1, 2... couple stacks. Do these actually all just stack together? Yeah, they do. Can we actually just make... Yeah, we'll just do that then. Grab all that stuff. And we are set to go, guys, for this fight. Got my glass bottles to get the dragon's breath. And get myself some wood. Let's go ahead. Boop, 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 boop. Got our torches. I think we're all set. Ooh, spooky. All right. I think we're all good to go. I think that's all I need. I don't need any shovels. Got my glass bottles on me. Got a few stacks of that. Got a stack of wood just in case I need any other materials. Got my stack of torches. Don't need night vision. Last time I used that, it went pretty terrible. Before we go in, I'm really nervous. Oh, I should have brought an ender pearl over. Well, we already spent plenty of time getting ender pearls. Let me go ahead and hopefully we land close to close to the actual thing. So let's actually go ahead. How long does this last for? 130. We're gonna chug a strength potion, I think, right now. And off to the races we go. Oh boy. I don't know which way we go from here. Oh, I sure about the other pick. I have my Silk Touch pick on me. Dang it. Alright. We don't have the ender chest on me. No, I have the ender chest back there. Good. And we'll lose it. Oh, hey, buddy. How's life? Are you good? And one down. Nope. Aha. Give me some of that. There we go. Getting as much of that as I can. So this fight shouldn't be too difficult as long as I don't look at any Endermen. I should be alright. I should actually start laying down some torches as well. And 2. Just that one. Did not get that one. There we go. Hurt him. Don't look at the Enderman. Don't look at the Enderman. There we go. All right. There goes one guy. Ooh. Heal, heal. There we go. Oh no. Dang it. Yes. Can I grab this, please? All right. And we are free to start shooting this guy down. Down there. Coming after me. What's this guy doing? Got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we have defeated the Ender Dragon. Aw, yeah. Give me all that free XP. Beautiful XP. Can we hit 70? No. Oh, 69. Okay. Maybe 70? Ah, so close. All right. But yeah, this is it, guys. We have defeated the Ender Dragon once and for all. Actually, we can always come back and defeat this guy later, but still, pretty happy with this. We have our end thing over there. We need to actually go around. I need to get myself an Ender Pearl. Can we actually go around and grab myself an Ender Pearl? I didn't have my Ender Chest on me. Ooh, actually, we can just... Oh, there's the Dragon's Egg, by the way. I'm going to leave that there for now because I don't have a safe way of getting that yet. But let me go ahead, guys, and head back to the overworld. I actually did sleep in that bed, so we'll be back right at the stronghold. I need to grab myself an Ender Chest, put some of this stuff away, and I'll come back with some blocks, get ourselves an Ender Pearl, things like that, and then we can head to the next dimension. Hey, it's the end credits. Alright, so we probably got one of the worst spawns you can possibly get. We are over the void right now. This is not a fun place to spawn. Hopefully our spawn on the other side is better. The Dragon Egg's still over there. We'll get that after this episode. But is the gateway is at a good spot. Okay. We have a pretty good gateway spot. Let's actually take coordinate shots of this. We're at almost -1,000. That is pretty awesome. I'm not going to pick up any chorus fruit at the moment, but I think I'm going to Ender Pearl over to some of these places. I hate Ender Pearling in this place, though, because it is so nerve-wracking. Ooh, okay. Always nerve-wracking. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead out here. Go ahead out here. And try and search for one of those fortresses that we have out here. It's going to be kind of difficult because... Well, as you can see, we're out in the middle of nowhere, and there's not one in sight. Usually, I usually get lucky with one of those portals, and I find one right off the bat, but seems that today is going to be a little bit of on the other side of things, where we really just need to look, I guess, go this way, whichever way this way is, and try to find one. Like I said, it's going to be difficult, but I'm going to give it a shot. So let me go ahead, guys, and just kind of mosey around here a little bit and see if I can find one, and I'll bring you guys back. This is honestly hilarious to me. The thing I find before I find an end city is one of these things again. Are you serious? Are you serious? That's crazy to me. We've already found this is not our original one, guys. This is a totally different portal back. That's crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy that we find an end city. I cannot seem to find an end city out here. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. There's another one over there. You guys see that in the distance? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna keep searching, guys. I don't know how much more of this I can actually take, though. Well, it looks like we have found ourselves a ship, ladies and gentlemen, and one of those fancy little end cities over there. It's gonna be... Actually, is that thing floating over land? Because if it is, that's a big relief. Because these things, sometimes they float over the void, and that's not fun. It's over the void, or... It is over the void, isn't it? Sort of. Okay, that's fine. We'll go explore this this thing over here first. See what happens. I'm using the sharpness 3 sword as well because I don't want to scare these guys off too quickly. You little bugger. Nope. Nope. Oh, dang it. All right, boyo. Oh, he got him for me. Thank you. Nope. Got him as well. Okay. That's 2 shulkers down. We have 1 shulker shell. That's good. That's good. The more shulker shells we get, the better, quite honestly. I believe... I wish I had slabs on me. Actually, no. We can just do this, can't we? Yep. 7, 8. Here we go. Shulkers anywhere? Hey, buddy. Cool, cool. No shulker shells for him, though. That's a bummer. Ah, dang it. Actually, can I believe if I hook a fortune pickaxe to my offhand and I shoot with a bow, I should be able to get these guys. Interesting. Maybe? Any more of these guys? Dang it. Oh no, he broke the chest. Gonna grab that stuff ASAP. I don't know if this actually works. Oh, I'm gonna grab this quickly. What did we get? We got Xenobringer 3, Curse of Vanishing, Depth Strider 3. I mean, I'll take it. It's not the greatest, but I'll take it. Hey, buddy. Can I open up? None. This is interesting. That should not be happening, but okay. Moving on. We're gonna head to the next one, I believe. Down here and see if we can find another one, I guess. Do this. Down here. Where is the ship at? The ship is up there. Okay, so if we head this way and kind of pillar across from here. Okay, we can do that. That won't be too difficult. Do that right now, actually. As long as those guys over there don't kill us. No shulker shell. Really? Alright, this is gonna be kind of bad. Gotta land back on this thing. Okay. There's one up there, and that's sort of what I'm afraid of. Alright. Do we have enough blocks? Don't look at the Enderman. Don't look at the Enderman. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, just enough. Awesome. There's one down here. How hard is it to get one of these shulker shells, man? This is crazy. Oh, we do have a new pick. It's a good pick as well. Take that. We'll also take... Ooh, that's a great chest plate. Actually, let's go ahead and replace our chest plate. And there we go. We have ourselves... Sky's the limit. We got ourselves a pair of awesome elytra. We need to get mending and unbreaking on those things pretty darn soon. We also need to go grab ourselves... We'll grab these 2 potions. And we'll go ahead... Another... Are there any more shulkers up here? Nope. I don't see any more. I think this is actually the last little bit. We'll grab ourselves this puppy. And we have 2 endstone bricks we can use like this. Hopefully... Grab it, please. Yes, we got it. All right, guys. That's gonna do it. We got ourselves our elytra. We got ourselves our dragon head. And I'm just gonna get 1 pair for now. We'll come back for some more in the future. But I just want to make sure that we get that 1 pair now and that we don't lose it. Actually, speaking about losing it, first off, there's an enderman right there. Second off, we want to grab out our ender chest and put those 2 things in there. And yeah, there we have it. That's all the armor that we got. We actually have 2 diamonds we can put in here. And we're looking in some pretty darn good shape, guys, for the future. So let me go ahead, guys, and head back to the overworld. That's going to do it for today's episode. I don't want to do any more today. This episode's already getting kind of long. And quite honestly, I think this episode's ready to be over. So let's go ahead and head back down here, guys. I'm going to head back to the overworld. I'll see y'all in just a moment. All right, back at the base, let's go ahead and put some actually, do I not have... Oh, there we go. Grab this thingy, put it on here, and get some unbreaking. I'll get some... I'll get some mending for it once I have mending. I think, yeah, we'll name it once we get mending for it. So at least now we can use our elytra. Actually, because we now have that, we can now use our elytra without fear of it completely breaking. So, hey! Actually, can elytra completely break? I would assume so, but I guess I don't really know. But yeah, guys, that is the last thing I wanted to do today before our comment for today. And our comment for today, ladies and gentlemen, is from a user by the name of It's Magma, who actually commented this very recently, who said, you should make a sewer underneath the village, and you can have a huge storage area room in there. I think that's a wonderful idea to have as sort of like the main storage room for this village. Every single village that I make, I want to have a main storage room for it, and I do honestly want to have a main storage room in general. Just someplace almost like Ethos Nexus, if you guys know what that is. So having a sewer system, that kind of, like I was talking earlier, actually, I haven't showed you guys this. I've done quite a bit of streaming, and I've been doing some interiors of these houses. I made this one into one of the proper houses. The interiors for this one, as you can see, this one, and for this house over here. We'll actually show you this to you very quickly. I actually forgot that I didn't show you guys this on camera, but yeah, this is what it's looking like. Looking pretty good in my opinion. But one of the goals for this house over here is actually to make this an entrance to a storage system or to sort of a sewer system down there, just as an easy way of getting down there. And also making the well probably an entrance as well. Hahaha. Probably a pretty great idea, and I'm pretty excited to see how that turns out in the end. But yes, a sewer system with a huge storage room. I think that's a wonderful idea when we get to that. But really, if we get to that, I'm not entirely certain, but I hope we get to that pretty soon, because that's a pretty awesome thing. One of the things we're gonna have to focus on but now or soon is an Enderman farm though as well. I really do need an XP farm. So within the next couple of episodes, I hope to make a new Enderman farm. And things should be pretty good from there. That's really one of the main things that I need. But guys, like I said, it's going to do it for today's episode. Probably a bit of a long one. But if you did enjoy today's episode, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and or not already is subscribed. Anyways, guys, take care. And I'll see you later. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Minecraft survival experience. And guys, since last episode, as you can see, I have done a lot of work. If you haven't caught the streams, I highly recommend at least trying to watch some of the VODs every now and then, or trying to catch the streams whenever I do stream. But I've done a lot of work in those streams. As you can see, a lot of things have been torn out. I did go ahead off camera and tear out a whole bunch of the village houses. The only one that I still have in place is the one that still has one villager in it. We've lost quite a few villagers, which is going to make today's episode a little bit difficult to do. But we have done quite a bit of other things like that. I did try out the new texture pack as well for Minecraft. You might see it in some of those clips. I did go ahead and try that out, and I have to say I like some of the textures. I don't like some of the textures. I am excited though, because it is a big difference. If you have not heard of the new texture pack or the new textures, the new default textures for the game, they've been working on some new textures, and it's actually looking pretty good. So I did do some of that, and I also off camera did a lot of AFK fishing. I AFK'd overnight one night, and I got myself mending armor, except for my pants. So the wings are Wings of Glory, which is what I named them. They now have mending on them. My helmet now has Respiration 3 and mending as well, and my boots now have mending and unbreaking. So those have been repairing pretty easily. They're almost to full, actually, because of all like the breeding and killing of cows and pigs and stuff I've been doing. It's been pretty easy to get that. But yeah, that's a lot of what I've done off camera. A lot of things from streams I've done. I'm sure a lot of this looks new to you guys. Those of you who may not have seen it already. A lot of these house designs I've expanded over to here. I also went ahead and what else did I do? Oh, I'm working on roads as well. If you go over this way, you can hear the villagers in those. I think there's 2 in here. Pretty sure there are 2 in there. They're both brown kids, I think. I added temporary doors right here. This will be changed out at some point, but I added those just for now. I also went ahead and worked on pathways over here, as you can see. So I expanded the pathway over this way, created a very temporary vine farm. I expanded the pathway over this way. This one still needs a little bit of tweaking, though. I'm not entirely happy with it. Also, this is probably the biggest part of all the stuff I've done. I've worked on the wall right here, and I've been trying to tie in the outside with the pathway, so that's why we have this little bit of mixture of stuff down here. I think it looks pretty good. I've added vines and leaves to the outside to kind of make it look overgrown. One of the other major things I've done for this wall, if we head this way, I believe. If we go this way, across here, down over here. This is the second instance of it that I have. I had this little bit of like overgrown leaves right here. Makes it super easy to get over this wall, actually. But like I've said in previous episodes, the major purpose of this village is going to be as a rundown starter village. So it kind of makes sense to have the walls kind of run down. I can actually get rid of this now. It kind of makes sense to have the walls just sort of run down and all that. So that's what I've been doing on the outside here. It looks pretty darn good. Still needs to be tied in with the landscape a little bit more, and a little bit of terraforming needs to be done. But apart from that, I think overall it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. Hopefully you guys are happy with it too. And as you can see over here, I've started marking out areas for new roadways. I have this one this will be an entrance right here. Right now I just have a door right there. But this right here will be an entrance going this way, over this way. Not an entrance, a pathway, heading to our Patreon village. Which actually, let me go ahead and kind of skip it a do, and I'll show you guys where the Patreon village is going to be. Yeah, so here we go. So if you guys don't know, I actually have a Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, essentially you can pledge a certain amount of money. It is a donation sort of thing. You can pledge a sort of amount of money to me per month, and I can give you certain rewards because of it. Therefore, I'm actually having a Patreon village for anybody who pledges $10 or more. I have not done the color palette just yet and given it to those guys, but I have chosen a location. It will be in the Dark Oak Forest. I just have the portal right here. The actual village will probably be somewhere like in here or over here. I have a few ideas for this, but this is where the main side of it's going to be. And I'm actually kind of really excited for it. I think we can do a lot of cool things with it. And the Patreon village won't just be houses by patrons. It'll also be an actual village with houses that I've made as well. Because there's absolutely no way there are going to be any more than just a few people who end up probably getting that, pledging that amount. So there's no way we're gonna have that many people. So and I want to make this a pretty massive village. So I'll probably have a few of my own designs in there as well, just as random houses and whatnot. And it's way over here, as you can see. But guys, the plan for today's episode, if you can't tell by the title, if you can't tell by certain things I've been hinting every now and then, we really need to make a villager breeder today. I know we still have the Enderman farm to make. I know we still have a whole bunch of other things to do, but we really need to get a villager breeder done today. And actually, I know it's getting dark, but I have actually set up a place over here, I believe. I have a cactus farm right there. Right here is where our villager breeder is going to be. It's far enough away from all of the houses and the doors over there. But it's also close enough where we can transport villagers back and forth to it, making the zombie villagers for there, and just villager trading halls and stuff in general. We'll probably have like a little marketplace over here, as like a little hub, little area of sorts that we can have for that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's the plan for today's episode. Get a villager breeder up and running. Get it. Actually, where did this go? I just realized I'm missing a thing. Anyways, that's the plan for today, guys. Hope you guys will enjoy. Without further ado, as usual, let's get on into today's episode. Alrighty, guys. So some work has been done since the last clip, and I have two villagers over here. The two villagers that were making a lot of noise over in that village. With the door, I got rid of the village house, and I have these two villagers that I brought over here using a minecart and some rails, which I have on me right now. Wasn't too difficult. Nighttime was a bit of a bother, but it wasn't actually that difficult to get these two over here. And they are both brown coats, as you can see. They are both brown coats, which will do very nicely for our villager breeders, so they will work out pretty well. But we still need one more villager because I will be using Impulse SV's design, probably a bit of a modification of it. The original design's kind of outdated and doesn't work the most efficiently, so a few modifications for it that I've done in the past I'll probably be adding to our nice little villager breeder, and that requires a third villager. Luckily, we do have an NPC village relatively close. I mean, it's close to the Patreon village, so it's not that close, but it's close enough. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be running some rail from that little thing, that nether portal, over to the spot for the villager breeder, which is over somewhere over there. And I'll run rail through the nether, through the portal to the Patreon village, and then from the Patreon village portal to where the NPC village is. And we'll grab just any regular old villager from there, and we'll use that guy for whatever we need. And one last thing, guys, before I go, though, I do want to say, those who celebrate, today is, I think today, yeah, around this time, you can see the Christmas chest. Merry Christmas to those of you who celebrate. Happy New Year, if I don't say it before then. Hope you guys have a wonderful 2018. Hopefully your 2017 wasn't too bad, and hopefully 2018 will be just fine for a lot of us. I think a lot of things are going to improve for the channel. I think a lot of things are going to improve just overall. I'll speak about that later. You guys will see. Anyways, I gotta go get myself a third villager. Let's go ahead and do that, guys, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, so I have all the materials I need. I got myself a bunch of stone brick for just some outline blocks, some building blocks, whatever. Got as much glass as I think I'll need. I still have more cooking up, so if we do need any more, we'll be fine. I can make some more doors, actually. We should probably do that soon. Probably do that right now. We will need a total of 6 doors, so if I make... I need one more plank. Yeah. We need to have a total of 6 doors. And I have some carrots to get started. I can always go get more to fill it up. So let's go ahead and do that. All the doors that we need. Now, like I said before, we're going to be building Impulse SV's village breeder design. So I already marked out a bit of an area right here. And what's going to happen is we're going to have cornerstones about right here, right? And they should go up about, so there's 1 high, 2 high, 3 high, 4 high. 4 high? 3 high. I believe 3 high is what I want because, yeah, we want these going along the bottom right here to form a little bit of a border. And then right in the middle, actually, we want that to go like that. These are also kind of temporary. I do want more, I guess, colorful blocks here. It's kind of plain right now, but we'll have glass like this. Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, and then the top will be filled in with glass, I believe, as well. So, oh, I need glowstone that later. So that's basically what this outside is going to be like. I want to go like that. That's what this outside is going to be like. The inside is very simple as well. It's going to be a lot of glass. We're going to have the villager underground around here somewhere, I believe. A lot of that I'll do off camera, though. because it does take a little bit of time. But yeah, this is the basic design of what we're going with. What's going to happen is that there's going to be water around, I believe, below. Yeah, below here. Water's going to go around like this. Should push it over to this side. So if we grab you. And something someone also showed me on stream, if you actually check that, you can see everything that you want inside here, or everything you can craft with your current materials. I didn't know that, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, we want signs such that when this water flows, right, go inside here, go across like that. We'll have a sign probably right there. And then a new water stream starting right there that should push it down this way. Something of the sort. We actually need more water now. And then the same thing will happen over on this side. Have a water stream right there. Push it that way. Have a new water stream right there going around. Another sign going around. And should push everything over to this corner. We'll probably have a sign right here, I'm guessing. Let's just put that right there. Yeah. Because then it'll push everything over into this corner. The villagers will go through here. And they'll be kind of grouped up over in this area. And over here, this will be where we have the villagers at. These guys will eventually be distributed to some sort of network of, I don't know, villager halls, villager trading, things like that. It's going to happen hopefully pretty soon. But I really want to get the villager breeder done today. That's the main goal for today and all that good stuff. So guys, let me go ahead and work on this villager breeder. Get it as done as possible. I'll put Impulse SV's design up in the top right hand corner as well as in the description down below, because it's a pretty awesome design and I highly recommend it. Of course, I'm making a few modifications, but in general, very nice design. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I'll put it up there right now, and you guys should be able to see it. If you want to look at it, feel free to. But guys, like I said, I have a lot more to do. I need to build this villager breeder, get things started, and I'll see you guys with an update in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. This villager breeder is done and good to go to start producing some villagers. So, as you can see, made out of stone brick. I used glass over here because I like to be able to see this area as well. See the villagers, the little baby villagers go up as well. Can I actually jump up here? Hopefully we can. But this is Impulse SV's design with a few modifications. As you can see around the edge, I have trapdoors all along the edge. And what that'll do is that'll move villagers. Can we see them? It will help to move villagers out of this area a lot easier. Because one of the big problems with Impulse's design is the fact that a lot of times little baby villagers don't get shot over, because there used to be one block area right here where they can go down, and a lot of times the villagers wouldn't go over here. So this makes it so that there's a lot more chances for a little baby villager to go. As you can see, he will get stuck down there a little bit. Can we actually head to the top? I'm going to show you guys an aerial view of this. Yeah, as you can see, he will get stuck at a little space, but eventually he will pathfind into this water right here. He'll move all the way down here, and eventually he should move over to here. Hopefully. I'm very hopeful. Somebody said maybe to use ice, I believe, when I made this in White's World, I believe. But we'll try to figure this out just like this and sort of hope for the best. Really hoping that he pathfinds over to there pretty soon. But the good thing is these guys do breed. I was worried about that. They do breed. Very excited about that. And that is it for the villager breeding for today, guys. I will try to give you guys an update at the beginning of next episode, as well as maybe later on in today's episode after the comment for today. But that's it, guys. That's it for the villager breeder. All said and done. Ooh, did he move? Yeah, as you can see, there we go. He's just going to sit right there until he grows up, and then he's going to move all the way up there. So that actually works out really well, because he's not going to suffocate down there. He's just going to stay there. Yeah. That actually works out really well. So hopefully that works out the way I want it to. But yeah, guys, let me go ahead and pick a comment for today, and then we will end off today's episode. So today's comment is from a user by the name of Matic Leva, I believe. Something like that. Who said, Elytra doesn't break completely, but when durability is 0, you're not able to fly. Now, this is something I actually was not sure about. I think I mentioned in the last episode, I wasn't sure if the Elytra actually broke once it got down to 0. And apparently they don't. You're not able to fly, which is actually really awesome. I'm glad that they have that. I assume that they have that in the game simply because, you know, Elytra are kind of hard to go get for a lot of people. So getting one pair and losing that one pair, it's not as easy, not nearly as easy to get as diamond armor or something like that, which makes a lot of sense then for them to not break at 0, which I'm very, very happy with. But yeah, that was the comment from last episode. Thank you all, as always, for your comments last episode. I know it's been a little while since the last episode, and I know that a lot of people have been frustrated with me for that, and I completely and utterly understand what you guys mean. I've been pretty frustrated with my not inactivity, but lack of efficiency and lack of just procrastination. I think is what a lot of it has been over the past few months, I think. And let's hope that the new year, it is now the new year as you guys are seeing this. I hope that the new year brings a lot more prosperity to myself and to you guys as well. If you guys haven't heard me say this yet on Twitter, if you don't follow me on Twitter, probably want to check that out at least. Or on Discord. Happy New Year to all of you. Hope you all have a fantastic 2018. I can tell you right now, 2018 is going to be a very interesting year on the channel. I think it's going to be a very productive year, but that's as long as I, be productive about it, which is exactly what I hope to do in the coming months, and all that good stuff. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. Hope you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead, smash the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and or not already subscribed. Anyways, guys, take care, and I'll see you later. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Minecraft Survival Experience. And as you can see, guys, since last episode, a lot of villager breeding has gone on. And of course, as you guys kind of told me, this still happened. We still have 6 of these guys in here. We started off with 2. And we even have one villager stuck down here. You can kind of see his head popping up. I have no idea how that happened. He must got stuck down there and then grew up down there, which is not what I had intended. But it is what it is, and we'll fix it later. This thing still works, though. Still have a lot of villagers up in here. We have a lot of librarians and whatnot. I have to find a way to sort these guys. If you guys know of any good sorting systems or something, let me know. Tweet me or something like that, and let me know for some villager sorting systems, because that'd be pretty good to know. Because over here, I've started with some villager storage, I guess. So these 4 guys right here did not come from the breeder. These came from one of the NPC villages we have way over there close to the Patreon village. And the reason I wanted these guys is for the librarian. So this guy's a power 4 enchant. This is a farmer. Can't go wrong with farmers. This guy, he's sweeping edge, but he has another one as well. I think that's pretty good. No, he has efficiency 4. Wasn't that great. that's pretty good depth shredder, but he has efficiency 4. It's the worst you can get for, a level 5 bulk grade here, but it still is efficiency 5, and I'll take it. And then this guy's pretty good, I believe. Yes, he has a 6 emerald silk touch trade. That is very good. The lowest you can have is 5, so that's pretty good. I think the rest of his, aren't very good, but still, that silk touch one. This guy's power. Does this guy have anything else? I don't remember, actually. Feather falling 2. Oh, he had another power 4. So, I mean, this is the only real good trade he has. The other 2 are pretty bad. But those are the only 4 I've sort of sorted out. I do have places right here for some tracks. I plan to store these guys at least temporarily over here. This might turn into a more permanent thing, but for now, this is sort of temporary storage. And I have all these different pods for them to go into once we get a whole bunch done over there. But guys, since last episode, I've also done another thing over here. I actually worked on stream. It was kind of an on-the-fly thing. I didn't really mean to do so much progress off camera. But if what? There we go. Over here, I have worked on some pathways. Now, the goal of this pathway, really, or the border at least, because the pathway's already here, and I've kind of expanded pathways. I don't know if I really showed that much or not. But the goal with the borders around here was just to keep things contained, keep the wildness contained in a little bit of an area. I've done sort of borders like this in the past. Normally, I do just straight leaves, but I wanted to try some fences and some cobblestone walls this time. And yeah, this is what I came up with. We tried different woods right here as well. I tried birch and I tried spruce. I didn't like either, not nearly as much as oak. I think it's because of these trapdoors right here. We're not in the new 1.13 snapshots. We're still in 1.12, so we don't have access to the new trapdoors, but that's all right. I think that this looks pretty good. I also want to mix in some birch leaves around here. The oak it's too bland as oak. I want to add in some different sort of leaves, add some variety to it to make it look a lot better and in the end. And of course, I want to expand this all the way up through this pathway over here, which should go ahead and go over. This goes to the villager breeder over there. That pathway goes to the village. There's a pathway that way that goes over to the spawn chunks over there. So I really want to get all that stuff sorted out pretty soon. Get more of this border done. This will probably happen on stream. I've mentioned this before, but I do stream over at Twitch, twitch.tv/whitefire. Link is in the description below. That's where most of this grindy work, quote unquote, will happen. That's my goal, at least. And yeah, that's basically all I've done, I think, since last episode. I worked on the villager breeder, worked on these pathways, and whatnot. But today's episode, guys, is a highly anticipated, but one that really needs to get done. I need some form of XP farm, and the best one I can think of that's really gonna be, I guess, easiest to build for us is an Enderman XP farm. I meant to do that after, you know, when we defeated the end, what, a month or two ago, something like that, 2 episodes ago at this point. But I decided to go ahead and work on the village breeder. So today is the Enderman farm time. I haven't quite decided yet what Enderman farm we're going to use, but I'm thinking Ilmango's design, the newest design, is going to be the one that works the best. I was actually at my Enderman farm in a different world, and I used to use the old Doc M77 and Endermite one, but it wasn't working. So I think we're going to try out a different Enderman farm this time, guys. I have to do a little bit of research for that, of course, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. So, guys, that's what we're doing today. Hopefully, you guys will all enjoy. Let me go ahead and get some resources together, and I will see you all in just a moment. And here we are in the end, ladies and gentlemen, for some Enderman farm goings on. And as you can see, I have a bit of a setup right here. I've done 2 specific things off camera. First off, I had used water streams to get all the way down to about, I think it was Y1, and the scariest moment I have ever had in this game happened towards the end of that, when I had to go down to Y1, because obviously this Enderman farm, we're going to be building the Ilmango one, so the Enderman farm really needs to be at the lowest level possible. So I went down to Y1, and I was very scared. I've never been down that low in the end before, and I thought I was gonna die. And then we went ahead after I got all the way down there and built out a little bit of a platform going out quite a ways. As you can see, you can't even see the end from here, the end of the walkway from here. I was kind of scared right here. Makes it a lot easier coming back down. But I wasn't, I know it says how far out to go, but I've had problems in the past where I don't know if I had gone out too close to the end island, so I decided, you know what, we're just going to go out however many slabs I want to. I don't think it actually matters exactly how far out it is, as long as you can't, as long as the end island stuff is it's not being rendered. Now, I don't know if that means the blocks or just the Enderman, but all the way at the end, you can see, looking back, see a tiny speck of the island. If you go all the way back here, you can't even see it. All you can see is that. So this is where we're going to start building this Enderman farm. Most of the build won't be on camera. I'll probably have snippets here and there, but this is not my design. I'll put it up in the top right hand corner. It is Ilmango's design. It's a very widely used design. Very efficient farm. Very small farm. It takes very few resources. But in the end, I think it's really going to do well for us. I have everything I need in here. I made sure I got all the spawns that I needed. We're going to need ender pearls, as this is an Endermite design and whatnot. So yeah, guys, let me go ahead and get started with this build. I'll show you guys some progress in just a moment. You know how I said before how going down to Y1 was kind of a scary thing? This is pretty scary too. So I've been working on the farm, guys, and it's coming along pretty well, I would say. One thing I am very worried about, you know how Ilmango does this whole double carpet thing right here? I don't know. I saw some rumors that double carpets, at least here, don't work in 1.12.2. I don't know if that's true or not, but we're gonna find out. Essentially, what these double carpets are meant to do is keep enemies from teleporting on top of these rails, and also on top of, like, down that way, down there, on top of all of our stuff. So hopefully that's true. Actually, I'll carpets anyways, so I'll have to go back and get some more, go find some more sheep and stuff, because we're going to need to cover our walkway, at least for a good bit around the farm itself. That way Endermen don't start teleporting right next to us and try to kill us and all kinds of stuff like that. Actually, I need right here. Work. There we go. And 1, 2. And that is all good for there. Like I said, getting pretty far into this farm at this point. It's kind of funny though. You see this trapdoor? It's actually a glass block back there, but you can't see the edges, so it just looks like it's floating in midair. It's pretty cool. And I have to fix that pillar behind there. Have not made the platform yet for all the Endermen to spawn, but I'm sure that'll come up pretty soon. Not a huge deal though, honestly. That's gonna be obviously the last part. The hardest part, I think, of this entire farm is going to be the Endermite, which is going to be, I believe, down here somewhere. So that's going to be pretty difficult to figure out. As always, there is the link up in the top right-hand corner if you guys are interested in making this farm yourself as well. I highly recommend it. Well, we'll see after this video if I highly recommend it, but it's been recommended to me in the past a bunch of times. So we'll see how well this thing actually works, and I'll probably recommend it, but we'll see. Yeah, guys, let me go ahead and get back to making this farm. I'll see you all with another progress update in just a moment. Alright, guys, it's now time for the last part of this farm. I've done most of it. I finally got an Endermite. Let me tell you guys, that was the worst part about all this entire farm, was getting that Endermite. If I have any advice for you guys, it's that be very patient with this Endermite. You may have to get 3 or 4, or spawn in 3 or 4 before you actually get one that you like and that works for you. So just be very patient, I guess. So this spawning platform is going to be, I'm thinking we're going to go 11 by 11. I know it could be bigger. So 1, 2, 9, 11. And then we go from here. And let me tell you guys, having the Elytra on has been a big plus, especially up here. Especially dealing with that Endermite. I got knocked off several times by the Endermite. And if I hadn't had my Elytra on, I might have died. So having this Elytra is honestly pretty crucial to this farm. If you guys don't have Elytra in your world and you're wanting to build this, I highly recommend getting Elytra first, then coming and going ahead and building this farm. Obviously, you have to probably go to the end cities first before you even think about making this sort of Enderman farm. But still, I highly recommend that you guys make sure you have your Elytra on for this part of it. Obviously, when you're building the platform out, when you're building the sort of roadway out here, you don't really need your Elytra on. You shouldn't have your Elytra on, because if you fall off, you shouldn't have any good tools on you, to be honest. I had my Silk Touch pick, but that's only because that's the only pick I could really use. But you really shouldn't have any good stuff when you're sort of building in the end, other than for this Enderman farm. Specifically, when you're getting that Endermite, it helps a ton, absolute ton. So I definitely recommend that. I still don't know how this is going to turn out. Hopefully, Endermen don't spawn. You guys probably saw down there. This sort of covering. Hopefully the double carpet works. I don't know if double carpet actually works anymore, but I'm really hoping it does. So that's 1, 2, and that's really worrying that the Enderman's not angered by the Endermite. That's actually very worrying, because he should be. He absolutely should be, and that's one of the problems I saw with this farm. That's why I was a little worried about this farm, because it may not actually work anymore. So we're gonna still try it out though. Let me go ahead and finish this up, guys. Go ahead and see if we can get this farm working, and I'll be with you guys in just a moment. All right, so this farm does work, but not very efficiently. So as you can see, just reached him. Maybe 2, sometimes 3 or 4 will drop down from above. As you can see, 2 of them have dropped. And no more will spawn until I kill these 2. Right, once I kill these 2, it may take a moment, but they will respawn. May take a bit. There we go. And 4 more have come down. Go ahead and take care of these guys. Boom, boom, boom. And then rinse and repeat. Down. There we go. 2 looks like this time. And kill these guys. I'll get you. There we go. And then do that again. So I don't know if this is something with 1.12.2, because this is sort of the same thing that was happening with my Enderman farm over in White's World as well is that it was only spawning so many Endermen. I have absolutely no idea why. If you guys know, let me know down in the comment section below. Maybe there's a change between 1.12 and 1.12.2 that made these Enderman farms, Enderman farm thingies not nearly as efficient. They're both Endermite designs, so that may play a factor. I'm not entirely certain. But also, if you guys know if there was an official response by Ilmango about this, let me know. I'm sure he probably knows about this. I just don't follow Ilmango religiously, so I don't actually know everything that he says. But I mean, it does work. As you can see, it does work pretty well. I mean, I've been repairing this Silk Touch pick, and they do drop down, but you have to kill each 4, 5, whatever it is. I guess that was 4 that time, but 2, 3, 4, whatever it is each time, and then go ahead and wait for some more like that. I don't know why it's happening like this. If I just let this guy sit here, he will sit here forever, and there will be no more added. But yeah, that's how it's working right now. Like I said, let me know down in the comments if you know what a possible fix for this is. I built it exactly as Ilmango did, so I didn't do any sort of modifications on my own. Try to build it exactly like he did. That way I could keep the results consistent and whatnot. So, yeah. This also has looting 3 on it, by the way. So, this should get a lot more ender pearls for us and whatnot. But yeah, let me go ahead, guys. I'm going to sit here and kind of repair this pickaxe and kind of time myself, see how long it takes with this, because this seems very slowed down. But I'm going to go ahead and see how long it takes for this. Ooh, that's a lot. And then I'll go ahead and... Oh, there's another guy that jumped down. Anyways, I'll go ahead and see how long it takes. I'll be back with you guys to end off the episode in just a moment. So guys, I have today's comment, and today's comment is from a user by the name of Edwin Lewis, who said, White, it's a lot to ask for, but do you think you can make a server for your fans to play on in survival? Now, the reason I picked this comment, I've gotten this question actually quite a lot. A lot of people want to be able to play on a server with me, sort of like a public server, I guess. And the answer to that is no. Sadly, that is not something that I will be doing anytime soon. Don't get me wrong, I would love to be able to play with you guys on a server, but when it comes to public servers, you really have to have a dedicated group of admins, and you really have to make sure that you can dedicate a lot of time to it, which is something I can't do. Because the problem with any public server, you're gonna have a lot of problems with people finding the IP, or trolls, or whatnot, griefers, things like that. And quite honestly, that's not something I really have time to deal with, and that's something I really want to deal with. I know eventually on Patreon, we will have a Patreon server. That's a lot easier to manage. But in terms of a public server, that's not something I plan on having anytime soon. So you guys, if you know anybody in the comments, or just anybody in general who has been asking that question about me, then be sure to reference them to this part of this video. Because as of now, the answer is no for that. But it's a good question, and I figured I would rather answer it in the video, make sure that as many people get to hear my answer as possible. But guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. Hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and or not already subscribed. Also, don't forget, if you have any suggestions for me on how to make the Enderman farm better, if I can, please let me know down in the comment section below. Well guys, anyways, take care, and I'll see you later. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Minecraft survival experience. As you can see, it built us a little bit of a ice pathway, I guess. Makes things a lot easier getting over here. And also, as you can see, this Enderman farm now works. Now, right now I have hostile mob sounds turned off because I hate all these Enderman sounds. So, also that way it doesn't hurt your ears. But yeah, this thing works now. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering, you know, White, what did you do to make sure that this thing now works, or to get it working again? Well, essentially I uninstalled and reinstalled the game, and now it works. And it's not just this Enderman farm that works now too. The one I have in White's World also works now, which is a totally different design. Still uses Endermite, but it's a totally different design. Now, I'm not even going to speculate as to how this thing still works, or how it works now, because honestly, I don't know. So we're not gonna speculate about that. At least I'm not going to. You guys can in the comments if you want to. But honestly, I'm just happy it works now. I'm happy that we have a very efficient Enderman XP farm now. And I just kind of want to give you guys an update and let you guys know that that does work now. So if any of you guys had that same problem I did, where only maybe 2 to 5 were spawning at a time, I highly recommend trying to uninstall and reinstall your game. Make sure you back up all your world saves and pretty much your .minecraft folder before you do that. That way you can still retain all the other stuff. And also make sure if you uninstall and reinstall that you go ahead and make sure you delete the entire .minecraft folder. Otherwise, if you just uninstall and reinstall, it'll right back over and it doesn't work. It doesn't fix anything. So, highly recommend doing that if you have the same problem. I don't know how many of you guys do. But guys, I still have a few more updates for you guys. I'm going to head back over to the village area and show you guys a few of the other things I've been doing since the last time we saw each other. So one of the major things I want to do pretty soon is expand this village. As you can see, this is all the space we're taking up by this village. This is it. This is where the original NPC village was at. And that's all the space I want to take up, or I originally wanted to take up. But seeing as we can make this village a whole lot bigger and a whole lot better, I want to expand it out to here. So what's going to happen, guys, is this wall right here, basically this wall going up to about there-ish, it's going to be removed. And a new wall is going to be inserted right there. As you can see, marked up by the granite. A new wall is going to be inserted right there, going all the way around and connecting back up with the wall, probably around there or around there somewhere. That will give us pretty much twice the amount of room that we had before. And then these farms right here are going to be moved down to here, essentially. That's why I left this little space right here. Probably demo that little hill right there and put 1, 2, 3 probably farms right there, just so we have our own basic, not automatic, regular cow, pig, and sheep farms that we have down there, all good to go. So that's really the main thing, the main focus I want to have for this village going forward. I do actually have a new house design. As you can see there, I've sort of marked some things out that we will be building today. It'll be the enchantment house today for the village. It's going to be pretty noticeable, I think. I think you guys are going to, or at least going to enjoy that build a little bit. I had to go ahead and remove that little bit of a farm right there, as you can see. That used to be one of those regular NPC farms. It was just in the way, and I needed the space for the new house and whatnot. So we might put something else there. We might put like a tree right there or something. I do want to incorporate some more custom trees around this place and all kinds of stuff like that. But one more thing I've done, as we see over here, I've started to work on this pathway over here. This pathway over here, as you guys know, is going to go to another village that's over there. So I've started working on the pathway heading this way, going up. We've made a lot of progress so far. There's still a lot more to be made. I believe we still have, yeah, if we kind of run over this way a bit, you will see this tunnel right here, which we still need to decorate and all that kind of stuff. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but hopefully soon. Maybe something like a pathway this way. Probably add a few bridges around here. Be nice to have a bridge. Not really one right there. That can just be a pathway back there, but definitely a bridge over here. And one right here. And then the Dark Oak Forest is somewhere up that way. Long ways to go still, but it's over that way. Or Roof Forest. That's what it's called. Not Dark Oak Forest. It just says Dark Oak trees over there. But yeah, that's what things are looking like for future villages and pathways. I want to make pathways sort of a mainstay of this series. They're hugely important to sort of connect all the villages together that I want to have, because I still want to have multiple villages, not only this one, but one in Extreme Hills, maybe one in this taiga over here, maybe one over in the swamp that we have way over that way. I think that those will work out pretty well for us and would be a great addition to the series and to this world as we progress further. But guys, like I said earlier, the main part of today is building this house right here. So let me go ahead and get started with the build, and I will see you all with a progress update in just a moment. So I kind of want to talk about my building process as well as we go through this house in particular, because I divide things particularly into 5 main steps. First step is basically already done, but I guess do this little bit of this. First step is framework, right? We need a good framework for this house, simply because it establishes the size dimensions of it, and it goes ahead and I don't know, just lays out a basic sort of template for us to go ahead and fill. The second part here is what I'm starting to do right now, which is sort of filling in these sides right here. So I'm not entirely certain how I want to do this, but one thing we are going to be doing for this house in particular is using bookshelves. I'm a big fan of using bookshelves for what this is going to be, which is our enchantment house. Enchantment table is going to be right here. All kinds of good stuff in there. So basically what I do, we actually are missing some oak. for something like this, for a build like this, I may do some stuff with bookshelves if I know where those are where those are gonna be. But essentially, I just sort of fill in these sides here. Super easy, right? Super simple. Anyone can do this. I fill in the sides with whatever base block I want to have. So for me, it's oak. For you, it might be birch or spruce or whatever it might be. I go ahead and fill these in. Let me actually go ahead and get these filled in very quickly. Now that I have this filled in, now that I have, you know, I actually left a little bit of a hole right here and right over there because I know where these windows are going to be. Now it's time to start sort of breaking up the wall and detailing where I want it to be. So we start on the main wall. Usually in this instance as well, guys, I do have screenshots up. I'm not totally going off the fly for this, mainly because that's how I prefer to build. You know, there are some people who prefer to sort of do everything on the fly and don't particularly care about building anything ahead of time. But I've learned over the years that I do a lot better if I do things a little bit, if I build things ahead of time and then sort of bring it over into this world. Do we have any stairs? Because that's just how my brain functions. If I were to build this thing off the fly, I think that's actually too high. I want it to be right here. I think I built that a little bit too high, although we'll probably, yeah, we can use that to build the roof off anyways. If I went ahead and built this totally off camera, out of scratch, with no sort of pre-planned anything, we'd be here forever. Because I go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth over ideas all the time, mixing some things up, and if we were to build that on camera, the entire thing on camera, we would be here forever. So we can go ahead and start detailing these walls as well. Let me go ahead and I go over here, like that and like that, and we'll have glass and roll right there. And this is sort of how the bookshelves are going to look. We're actually going to have glass right there as well. I like having a lot of windows for some reason. And another thing I should probably mention is, as you guys kind of go along with your builds, if you guys are building alongside me, or if you're just building in general in this game, one thing you will notice is that you'll tend to notice patterns in how you play this game. For me, I tend to use a lot of windows. I tend to use, for enchantment houses, I tend to use those books. I tend to do this sort of style of roof. And so it's also kind of important to notice that, simply because sometimes you might want to challenge yourself. A lot of YouTubers, not YouTubers, but just players in general, get into the same rhythm, doing the same sort of builds over and over and over and over and over again. And it is nice every once in a while, or maybe if you are tired of your current build style, to do something new. Because the only way you grow as a builder, the only way you grow in general, whether it's life, whether that's Minecraft, whatever it is to do something new, do something a little bit different, maybe a little bit crazy. Hopefully nothing too crazy. Maybe something a little bit crazy that'll hopefully help you in the future. So the next part of this is actually detailing down here. I've never done this before, but I figured I would try out some stairs and whatnot in the bottom here, kind of break up the texture of the brick. I wasn't completely happy with how just sort of flat this is, so I figured I'd use some stairs. I tried it the other way. I tried it like, I'll show you guys how I tried it. I tried it like that. I don't like how that looks. It looks kind of silly to me. So I figured we would go ahead and do something like that. And then I'm doing it under every oak block and under every window. I'm leaving these alone, these bookshelves right here, simply because I'm actually not. Whoa, we can do it like this. Yeah. We can do that. Simply because I think it just looks weird to have these sort of stairs underneath of here, and just kind of dotting them in like this, just to break it up a little bit. It's not random as I kind of feel like it should be, but I think it will still work out just fine. So let's go ahead and do that, boom, bada boom. And that is basically the walls textured. Now for the third part, guys, the third part is the roof. Now the roof's going to be pretty much following what this is right here, but it's going to be basically birch on the outside, spruce on the inside as for the third part. And these are only the three main parts you really have to do. The two extra ones are just ones I do because I like how it looks a lot better. That's just me, I guess. You as well. I'm gonna go ahead, guys, and put in this roof. It's a very simple roof, so I don't think you guys need to see this. And I'll be back in just a moment with a progress update to finish off this build, hopefully. So step number 4 is all about interiors. As you can see, I've already done the floor here. Not the ground, the floor. I've replaced the ground with the floor. Birch floor. I really like birch floors. Birch is pretty good for flooring. But now we have to decorate the inside of this thing. It took me a little while to come up with a design that I like. But this is what I want to go with. I want to go with a lot of bookshelves, right? This is an enchantment. So why shouldn't we have bookshelves, you know? Hopefully we have an actual level 30 enchant out of this thing, but make a little ring like this is a pretty simple, we actually need more birch, pretty simple, very, I guess, old enchantment ring. A lot of people have used it in the past, and I thought it was pretty appropriate. Kind of go back to those roots and use that again. So what we're going to do right here, if I can speak, put a glowstone. Why glowstone? Well, first off, that'll help us light up this area. Second off, and actually, is it right there? Yeah, it is right there. Because then the enchantment table goes, haha. And as you can see, still kind of lights up things, right? Pretty cool, pretty cool. Right here and here, we have, don't have it on me. We can make a few. Let's make 2. Crafting benches, always like having one here and one here. Pretty simple stuff. If we go over here, back here, I always like to have, we dig under, always like to have at least one anvil around here. So that one's very damaged, but we'll replace it at some point. And right here will end up being an ender chest. I don't know if I actually have a spare ender chest on me. Let's go see. Can we have a look and see if I actually have a spare ender chest? I do have a spare ender chest. Okay, we'll put the spare one in. I know we have an ender chest in there, but I like having one in here as well. If I'm ever enchanting, I kind of want to be enchanting with that there. Okay, so bookshelves right here, bookshelves right here. Now for the ceiling. The ceiling was kind of the hardest one to come up with. I wasn't certain how I wanted to do this, but essentially all I'm going to be doing is a ring of spruce stairs right here. I think it looks fine, and the ceiling really to me doesn't matter too much. I mean, I'm not going to be looking up a whole ton, hopefully, so I don't think it really matters. And having these right here, it's just, I guess, good transition. Makes it so that the inside doesn't look weird. It transitions into the roof pretty well, so I'm happy about that. Along here, I like putting a bit of some slabs right here. I think it looks pretty cool when you come in. You can still see outside over here, but you can also see what's going on right here. So I think that looks pretty good, I think. Pretty outstanding. Now over here, actually need to have a few chests, because obviously we're going to still be storing some stuff in here. So I need a few chests. That's where I want the chests to be. I actually need as well, I don't know if we have one over here, but I want a cobble wall. Let's go ahead and put you there. Yeah, see? And if we really wanted to, we could always put a torch right there. If we absolutely wanted to. Now, next thing, and one of the last things, I believe, is we actually want to go ahead and put some carpets right there. What I'm going to do, though, this is a very old trick. If you guys don't know this, you should. You should definitely be using this in your world if you haven't already. I like using carpets in some builds, house builds, and things like that. And one pretty cool trick is that you can put glowstone underneath those carpets, and the light still shines through, kind of like with the enchantment table, right? So we put glowstone right here. Maybe if I did something like this, and like that. Not a bad design, right? Not bad at all. I quite like it. Well, I'm not really sure what to put right there, actually. You know what? I was gonna put... Yeah, I think it looks better. I was gonna put the ender chest right there, but I think it might actually serve a better purpose right here. Because then we can put an anvil right there. That way we have a pretty ready and able anvil right here and right there. And crafting benches right there and right there. Although, we actually might want to switch this around. Yeah, I think we actually want to switch this around. Crafting table underneath, crafting table over there. Because our anvils here are going to be a lot more useful to us. Do this. A lot more useful to us. If I change my mind later, I'll change it back, but it'll be a lot more useful right there. It's super easy. And we can always bend down right there for crafting. An ender chest over here, because we don't necessarily need that on the ready. And then, as you can see here, I have some painting. This is the last thing we're going to do. Now, these are a bit tricky. You have to sort of do something like that. Otherwise, let's say I didn't do that. You get a huge painting like that, right? So you have to sort of quarantine the area of where you want to have your painting. So something like that. I think those two are fine. I don't really particularly care. And then over here, for instance, if I were to do a painting, it gives you the 2x2. So what I have to do here, boom, boom. Give you that. Not bad, right? And yeah, that's basically it for the interior, guys. Pretty simple, I think. Nothing major here. The only reason I added paintings on the walls, to be honest, I could have just left them blank. But I haven't used paintings a whole lot. And I figured I would try them in this enchantment house. See if I like how they look. I may have gone a bit overboard with the paintings, to be honest. But I think it fills up the wall space pretty well, especially like ones like that. Kind of break up the all the wood that's right here. Those probably don't need to be there. I like these as well. Maybe have 1x2s instead of a 1x1 or whatever. But I think it still looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. I like the carpet. I don't use carpet very often. I chose red and purple because I thought that those kind of best reflected enchantment table, right? We have the red on top and the purple for the obsidian down there. It's more of a purple black, but red and purple, I think that's okay. So we'll go ahead and go with that. So that's the 4th step in my building process. The 5th step, which we're going to do in just a moment, is going to go ahead and do the exterior of this. I have some ideas for some bushes. We're going to do stuff very similar to that over there, but I have some other ideas as well. But it is nighttime. I need to go to sleep, take a little nap. And after I do that, guys, go on and finish this build. Oh boy, I never actually realized how much I actually talk. But I talk a lot. Way too much. Anyways, guys, we're here for the 5th and final part of today's episode. A little bit of some exterior. Not too much here for this build in particular. I have a few extra ideas I want to play around with. Of course, we're going with the sort of same old right here that we've done over here with a little bit of the 2 high, 2 high, 1 high. Of course, these are 3 high, 3 high, 2 high because this is lower than this end, obviously. And I did kind of realize when building this thing we were a little bit close on this side. I think it still worked out okay though. We're not too terribly close where it feels awkward going between, so we're just gonna do that. But then I also do this little fence trick right here that I've done on all the other houses. I think this just sort of adds a little extra texture, and I just kind of like it, to be honest. I think it looks pretty cool. These armor stands are in the way. Get out. How do you break this thing? Just like that? Like that? Okay, we actually... Ooh, we could probably find a place for that in here, maybe. Can we? We could have put one right there. You know what? I might change that in a little bit. But yeah, that's the major part of the outside. And of course, I have these 2 bushes right here. What are you going to put here, White? You may be asking. Well, I don't know if I actually like this, but something like that. And then torch. Right, kind of signifies the doorway right here. Just add something a little bit extra right here. That might be pretty cool. Now, one thing I also wanted to try. I don't think I have any on me. I don't, do I? No, I don't. I'll have to wait till later. I was going to put some rose bushes. Ooh, is that bone meal there? I think I have bone meal. I do have bone meal. Right here. Boom, boom, boom. Get some rose bushes. Maybe play around putting one maybe right here or something. Maybe down here. You know how we have the flower boxes over here? I thought about doing something like that with some coarse dirt right here. I don't really know if I'd like that, but then have... I don't think we have any coarse dirt. I'm not even sure why I did that, but have coarse dirt right here and just have like a... Not a flower right there, but like a flower right there. Something like that. And that one right there. Mix it up a little bit. Have one right there or something. Actually, I like it better right there. Yeah, have another flower right here or something. Just kind of break up the outside textures. One thing I've noticed, the more I continue to build and whatnot, is that using these little details, these little flowers, these little leaves, these fences, whatever they are what make a build not only stand out, but what make it better just overall, make it a better build in general. You can have a great structure, you can have a great framework and great roof and all that kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, it's those little details that really make things pop and make the build extra special for yourself. Even things like this, which I never thought I would actually do with a leaf block and a fence and a torch. Something that I never thought I would actually do. Carpets, all kinds of stuff like that that I don't normally use. Those are the kinds of things in house builds specifically that really make it stand out. Obviously, with different kinds of builds, there's different ways, all kinds of stuff that I can stand here for hours and talk about. But yeah, that's just my little tidbit. I'm not the best of builders, but I have learned a few tricks over the years. So just something to think about if you're ever building in your world, or even if you're not building in your world, or just looking at other builds. Think about the little details that people put in, and the kind of time they put into that. I think it adds a lot more than people realize. But guys, that's it for the build today. The build is completed. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What do you think of this build? I think it looks pretty all right. We still have a lot of things to do around here. We need to add some pathways around here. Maybe add some sort of extra detail around here, maybe a border or something. We need to add a lot of extra details in this space. It looks kind of weird as it is, with just this house detailed, and that house detailed, and and whatnot. We need to add some little extra things around here that I think will really make things pop. So I got to do that in the future. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that, but we should hopefully be doing that pretty darn soon. Like I said, guys, that is it for the main part of today's episode. I still have one more thing left to do today, guys. Comment of the video. Let me go pick a comment. I will see you all in just a moment. I tried a few things in regards to the flowers. I tried putting some coarse dirt down here. It just looks weird as a standalone. I think it put something around it, but I don't know what would really work. So I'm leaving that for now. I will actually probably get rid of... I didn't do it back here, but I'll probably get rid of the coarse dirt. Not a huge fan of it, to be honest. Unless you guys disagree. I mean, maybe if I tried... I know we did... Let's just make some of that. If I extended this... I mean, if I extended this, it wouldn't look as weird, I don't think. I mean, like, that works. I don't know if I actually like that idea, because I'm going to have to extend it here, probably, right? Extend it all the way across here. We would have to extend it here. I mean, here's not that bad. And I don't really know if I like that or not. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. I know I'm asking for a lot of comments today, but I don't know if you guys have any opinions. So that's one thing to comment about if you do have an opinion. And one more thing before we get into the comment for today. I forgot to tell you guys, I kind of went ahead and messed with a bunch of these shulker boxes. So we went ahead and named a bunch. I'll go over a few. This is our backup gear. Most of our valuables, food, torches, comment supplies, anything redstone-y, which I haven't gotten into yet, quartz, sand, sugarcane, and paper and things like that. This is smooth stone, this is cobblestone. Smooth stone is lighter because smooth stone is lighter than, at least I always envision it as being lighter than cobblestone. Ores, different ores that we get from mining and whatnot. Glowstone, wood, bone blocks, my favorite block. It used to be called Fave Block, or favorite block. But then someone else suggested that to bone, which is pretty cool. This is our little dye box, so all the different dyes that we need for those shulker boxes and stuff. Putting a bunch in there, good thing to have on us. And then these are just 4 regular shulker boxes for just whatever projects and caving and things like that. So you can pause the video wherever you want back there. Kind of look over those names. I didn't really go over them. I tried to make them a little bit funny, but also try to make them appropriate and just still tell us exactly what is in the box. Obviously, we have the color coding. For instance, I have the torch box is orange, and I have sugarcane box, reeds greater than sugarcane, because obviously reeds is better. Reeds are better, sorry. I have it as lime green, because that's what the color of it is, of the actual plant, and things like that. Different sort of colors for that. So if you guys are interested in that sort of thing, you can kind of go back over that. But I do have one last thing for today, guys. The comment for today. Today's comment is from a user by the name of Tech Asian Gaming, who said, with any mob, if you and this Tech Asian's going into some things about the villager breeder specifically in this comment, but this person said, with any mob, if you go more than 24 blocks away, the mobs will stop moving. What may have happened with the breeder is that they bred some baby villagers, but you moved far away and they grew up before falling into the channels. That's basically it. If you guys don't know, we can kind of sort of walk over to the villager breeder, I suppose. I think Tech Asian's pretty much referring to this guy, this jumping guy right here in that comment. This has gotten a lot worse than the last time I was over here. But yeah, essentially what happened then for that little baby is that it fell down into the water stream, but because of these areas, I can't show you right now, but because there are some areas where the water isn't flowing down there, it probably got stuck there, and then got stuck down there so long that it ended up growing up down there. And then these guys right here, it's just that the baby villager didn't go down into the water stream. That's all that is, and then things spiral out of control. I really need to take care of this soon. It's looking pretty bad. And that as well. Oh boy, that's gonna be an explosion when that's done for. But yeah, very good comment. Thank you all so much for the comments as usual. You guys are awesome with that. Is there anything else I want to talk about this comment? No, I think I covered it. And I think that's going to do it for today's episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching this episode in the Minecraft Survival Experience World. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and are not already subscribed. Anyways, guys, take care, and I'll see you later. Hey everybody, welcome back to Minecraft Survival. Experience. It's this last episode, guys. I've done a few things over here. As you can see, I've added 3 independent buildings over here. Same design. Trying to expand this village out. I'm not sure if I showed you guys this before. I believe I did, but we did expand the wall, and I've worked a lot on the wall, on stream, things like that. On the outside as well, with some more leaves and vines. I think it looks pretty good. What we're going for here, guys, if you don't remember, is a little bit of a deteriorated wall, because this village, just as a reminder, is not going to be a perfect little angel village by the time we're done with it. It should be broken up and sort of worn down, because this is the original village, the first original village of the people who live in this world, and they have since moved away. So a lot of what you see here will kind of be deteriorated. That's why I wanted to put some vines and leaves, and we're gonna have some leaves going over this thing as well, just to kind of add to that whole atmosphere. And then we're gonna also move and work with some things over here, like probably this house right here, or one of these houses will probably have a hole in it, maybe some fire somewhere. I don't have fire spread turned off, so that could be a little bit difficult, but we can still manage with it and kind of look at it and see what happens with it. But yeah, that's the majority of what I've done off camera. I think I worked on some pathways. If we go this way, actually, yeah, I worked on some pathways over here as well. I actually worked on this tunnel over here that I was telling you guys about. It's actually over here, isn't it? Yeah, right there. Right there, you see a little bit of a tunnel. Yeah, I kind of added some leaves. I tried adding some ores into this tunnel as well. I think it adds something a little bit extra. I don't know if I particularly like it, but I think at the end of the day, adding all these cobblestone walls and just adding a bunch of things here and there, little bits of detail, did make this turn out pretty well. And I think this pathway in general has turned out pretty well. Could use a lot more things on the sides. We're going to add lampposts over here like we did at the one over there, so don't worry about that. But yeah, that's really what I've been working on off camera since the last time I saw you guys here on YouTube. But going forward in today's episode, first off, I think you guys really love this building from last episode. I haven't really messed with it and all that. But this episode, we're also going to be building, and today, I don't think it says it over here. No, it doesn't. Today, we're going to be starting on the Patreon village. Now, I have 2 houses I need to build, one that I have and one that I don't have quite yet. But for those who don't know, at the $10 level on my Patreon, if you guys do pledge there, which link is down below, you absolutely do not have to. Do not feel bad if you don't. But if you can and if you want to, it's down there. At the $10 plus level, I give all those patrons the ability to build their own house, and we'll have it at the patron village, which should be over this way. So I kind of want to start that on camera today. Build the house, and then we'll do a few other things as well. Obviously, I don't want that to take up the entire episode, but I do want that to be showcased here on camera. That way you guys can kind of see what the builds are like and how the village is going to turn out. Obviously, I gave people a color palette to use, so they went ahead and used as much of that palette as possible. Most of the palette is dark oak and spruce. That could be expanded into other things. I also kind of want to figure out where exactly we want to have this village. Obviously, all the buildings in the patron village won't be just builds by patrons. They'll also be builds by me. So, that being said, I still want to make sure that I have an area around here that I very much enjoy. And then I feel like I could get some inspiration from as well to build my own builds. I'm thinking right over here is a good place. I don't like the grass over here. I want it to be dark oak, not dark oak, roofed forest grass somewhere over here. So I'm thinking we're gonna start it, yeah, right about here. I gotta level some of these trees, some trees, guys, and kind of fill in some holes, maybe go through some caves, light some things up, all kinds of good stuff. So that once we get started, we're not gonna have too many problems. It's a bad cave. Okay. Anyways, guys, let me get started clearing some space, and I'll see you all with the build in just a moment. It is time. I have filled in a lot of area around here. As you can see, I think Is it down? I think I actually filled all this in. But there was a cave system down there somewhere. I think there's maybe partially over here. Yeah, you can see covered up a lot of it over here. Went ahead and covered all that up. Got a little bit of a space ready right here for the very first house in this village. Let's go ahead, guys, and get started. And with that, here is our very first house over here in the Patron Village. You can't really see it too well. There's a lot of trees, as you can see. But this is sort of what it looks like. It's a lot taller in this aspect than I originally thought. And I believe this was developed or made with Mimic, I believe is the name. That is on Patreon, maybe. If we step inside, as you can see, this person used a lot of cobwebs, and I actually really like how the layout of this house is. It's very unique. I mean, definitely like a lot of the different little details in here. A little bit of a lookout platform. You can see the sun going down. And then we have this little thing right here. The carpet, lookout tower. And I think it works really well for this area. You can kind of see the entire portal. You can see all kinds of things from over here. It looks really cool. I really like how this turned out. And I think it's a great first addition to this village. Now, not all the village really have almost as ruined, not really ruined, I guess, but in some ways broken down aspect to it. I do want to make sure that we add some actual villagers at the very end of this village once we get everything set and done with a wall and whatnot. So everything won't be necessarily like this, but I do like the aspect of having some ruined parts. So we may add some leaves. I don't think I have any leaves on me, do I? No, we may add some leaves in some places, maybe some drooping off of here, or something like that. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a great addition. I think this village is going to turn out pretty well. And in terms of village, we're not going to be building an actual pathway today, but I kind of want to test out a few pathway designs and get your guys' feedback on them. See which ones you like, see which ones you don't like. So let's go ahead and head on over to a creative world that I have for, well, this world. And let's go test out some pathways. So here we go. We now have 3 different path designs that sort of designed here. Kind of simple. Well, some of them are simple. That one's definitely very simple. But they all use the same thing. Path blocks. I think path blocks might work out pretty well for this village. It's really going to blend in well with the surroundings, and I think it might work out pretty well. But if you guys have any other suggestions, you know what to do. Yeah, let's start with the first one. The first one's made out of, what do we have right here? Dark oak, coarse dirt, and path blocks. And I kind of did the same thing with these that I do with most of my pathways. Try to mix in 3 or 4 different kinds of blocks. Now, the only issue I have with path blocks is, of course, you actually go down a tiny bit, going over them, and then going over to the next block. But that's all right. So one thing we could also add with these is stairs instances. Maybe a stair to kind of add some depth to the pathway right there, possibly. I really like the color scheme of this one. I think it would fit pretty well with the village as a whole as it is right now. And maybe with some other things. This one is a lot more like our current pathway. It has path blocks, but it also has some stone and andesite. I thought about adding cobble as well. I thought that might be too much though, so I decided to not add it right now. But this just reminds me of like a city street, except with the path blocks. So possibly that. And then the third one right here is my least favorite, but I figured I would try it out. We added some stained clay right here. I liked the red stained clay, so I decided to go with that. And then we have the path blocks right here. I don't really know what else to do with this one. If you guys have any suggestions, as always, you know what to do. But yeah, those are the 3 path designs I have chosen. If you guys have any suggestions at all, if you like 1, which is on the left, 2, which is in the middle, and 3, which is on the right. If you like 1, 2, 3, whichever one you like, let me know down in the comments below. And if you have any suggestions, if you actually come up with a different pathway design and you want me to implement it for this village, send me a tweet, send me a picture, put a picture on Discord. Link is down below to both of those things. Or just tell me about it. Tell me what you think should go in a pathway, and I'll test it out. So, as always, suggestions are very much appreciated. But guys, that's really it for the main part of today's video. I wanted to do one last thing that I should have done at the very beginning of the episode, but didn't really get to it. I think it's going to be pretty fun to do that. I'll try to include as much of it as I can. Today, ladies and gentlemen, to end off today's episode, we will be fighting the Wither and finally getting ourselves a beacon. So, let's go ahead, head on over to the survival experience world. Let's get started with this fight. Alrighty, here we are. Time to finally fight the Wither in this world. I do have just these materials on me. I have 1 golden apple, 1 potion of strength, 1 potion of regen, and 1 potion of healing. That's all I'm allowing myself, as well as my best armor. I just have a few on me. Oh, come on. Also, there's a slime jug near here, if you couldn't tell. By the way, this is at the very bottom of the mine shaft area. You can kind of see where it goes up over there. You guys have seen this plenty of times, I think. So, without further ado, put that away. You here. I have some ender pearls as well, in case I need to ender pearl out. But this shouldn't be a hard fight at all. It's just the wither. And it's in the cave, so make things a lot easier. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into this fight. Get knocked back. There we go. Do you see us? Yep, he's coming this way. Like I said, this shouldn't be too hard, as I'm already putting him underground. So this should be probably about 2 or 3 minutes long. Shouldn't cause much of a problem. And he's dead. See, not hard at all. If you put him down in a cave, by the way, those of you who don't know, if you do put him down in a cave, it does make things a lot easier. He'll destroy a lot of things, so don't put it near anything that you really do care about, but it's fine. Like I said, super easy, super awesome, and now we can finally make ourselves a beacon. I was thinking our very first beacon would be a haste mining beacon that we put down here, but we might turn it into something else. I don't know. I plan to have a lot more of these fights going on pretty soon once I get a lot more stuff up and running. Also does mean that we have more cobblestone. We've been needing that as well, so things kind of worked out, I guess, for the better down here. If I can stop being withered. Thank you. I appreciate it. Alright, guys, that's the wither fight. Super easy, at least on my part. I've done so many of those fights at this point. It's not entirely a difficult, challenging thing for me. But if you guys are looking to do something like that in your world, I highly recommend doing it that method. And having one of each of these potions. I really only needed the strength potion. The regen was just for the very end to make sure that I didn't die, which I didn't even come close to dying this time. Pretty interesting. But yeah, that's going to be it for the wither fight. Let me go ahead and make ourselves a beacon, guys. I don't know if we have enough blocks to actually make a proper beacon, like a proper multi-layered haste mining beacon, but I'll see if I can get it all kind of sorted out and see what we can do about it. So let me go ahead, guys, make that beacon, get some sleep, get some naps going on, and I'll be back with you guys with an update in just a moment. Alrighty, here we go. Last few blocks. Did finally have enough blocks to finish this off, so let's go ahead and place down our beacon. It should work now. Ha, Beaconator. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're gonna have. Let's see. I want haste 2. There we go. Is it there? Is it there? Do we have it? Do we have it? Yes, we do. Alright, let's see how well this works. Yes, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now I can go ahead and do some haste mining. I believe, I don't do too much today, but I believe, yeah, we're at Y12, which is good enough. I kind of prefer Y11, but Y12 will work as well. And already we have some diamonds. See how awesome this is going to be, guys. We'll do a little bit of this probably on streams and stuff like that. Not on camera, but little bits like this here and there help out a ton in the future. Get resources. We should never really run low on resources anymore, so that's hopefully going to be a good thing. And yeah, this is just awesome to have. If you guys don't know where this is, though, let me actually take us up to the top. This is going to be kind of hard. Let me actually go ahead and take us back up to the top real quick, guys, and I'll show you guys where this is at. So this is where the beacon is. I made it on a live stream a little while ago now, and I think it looks really good. I think this little pond area, we have this little pond was the majority of what was already here, but then I made this little waterfall over here, and this smaller pond up here, added some more different details and colors and a bench and all kinds of awesome stuff over here. But this is where I decided to put the beacon. I thought it'd be a great place to put it. Kind of signifies this little pond over here as an important part of this area. And down below, of course, where all the different speed mining is going to happen. And then we may eventually just turn that beacon into something else. We may turn it into a speed beacon or something like that once we're done haste mining down there. But we'll see what that actually turns out. But guys, like I said, it's going to do it for today's episode. I have one last thing for today. I have the comment for today. Hopefully you all enjoyed today's episode. Without further ado, let's go ahead and end this thing off. So today's comment is from Matic, who said, "It's so cool to watch you working on stream and then see the results in a new episode." And the reason I highlighted this comment for today is because, yeah, a lot of what you'll see, a lot of the stuff right here, a lot of the houses you may see over here, the pond back there, a lot of those little things will probably get done on stream. They won't really necessarily get done on videos. Now, I have been kind of lackluster I have done way too much on cam or off camera in terms of on streams and just off camera in general than I originally intended to. But you will see some of that because I know there are been some people who have said a lot of things that happen on streams white. Kind of feel a bit disconnected when it comes to people who only watch the YouTube videos may not necessarily get to see everything being built. And that's just part of this world to me. Most of the episodes that I personally want to put out are episodes that you guys will find value in. Today's episode is most of the episodes I want to put out are things that are more unique in nature, not necessarily, oh hey, I'm just going to expand a wall and add a few houses. You know, things like that to me aren't necessarily good episode material, and that's a lot of times why I do them on stream or off camera and not necessarily in an episode itself. So for those of you who may be a little bit concerned about that, don't worry. Most of the big projects will get done in a video in some way, shape, or form. A lot of these smaller things will get done off camera, and it is really cool for those who do end up coming out to the streams. Can already see, oh hey, you know, I see when he did this, and this is when he recorded this clip, and this is how I put this together, and this is where this happens. I can see all the progress happening. It is kind of cool seeing it live and then seeing it in a video format. It's very different experiences, but also pretty cool experiences in the end. But guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. Hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead, smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and or not already subscribed. Anyways, guys, take care, and I'll see you later. You know Farmer Fire, but do you know Mad Fire? Let me explain. There are 52 iron blocks in this chest. I spent a little while trying to get iron to make a full beacon. And there's 52 blocks sitting right here. Anyways, guys, hey everybody, welcome back to the Minecraft Survival Experience. And since last episode, I've done quite a bit of work on the pathway. I took you guys' feedback from last episode. Majority of you guys seemed to like the first pathway I chose, which is very similar to this one, but I made a few different changes to it. I added brown concrete powder. That was a suggestion from last episode. And I also added, I made sure I had the dark oak right here and the coarse dirt. I took out the path blocks because, quite honestly, I wasn't really feeling like it worked out too well. I didn't like how it looked, so I got rid of that and replaced it with this little brown concrete powder, and I think it looks pretty good. Added some fences along the side right here. We might change those out for some. Actually, do we have any dark oak fences that I can quickly try? Boom, boom, and maybe over here. I thought about spruce fences, but I think dark. What if we did a mixture? Can we do a mixture? Can we do a mixture? Guys, this is exciting. Okay, that's not what I expected. I think that works out pretty well. But if we have a mixture of, let's say, this one is spruce or something, that's dark oak, then these are dark oak. This might actually, yeah, I like that. It just works. The mixture of spruce and dark oak really does work out well. So I like that. I think we're gonna stick with that for a little bit and see how that turns out for us. But yeah, this pathway is looking pretty good. I just did a little bit of a turn right here. Here's the house that we built last episode by one of our patrons, and yeah, this pathway is gonna go all the way out this way, over to here, to this nether portal over here. We'll probably bypass this area. I might actually mine out all that obsidian. Kind of need some more obsidian, to be honest, so I might mine out all of that. But yeah, it seems like you guys have really did enjoy last episode. Really enjoyed this build. Really enjoyed the talks that we did last episode, which I appreciate you guys for, and I thank you guys for hanging out. But guys, in today's episode, I have a few things planned in my head, but we'll see what we actually get into. Let me head over to the to-do list and get started with today's episode. Over here at the to-do list, let's take a look at it. I think I already have an idea of what I want to do. We go down, yeah, right there. This has been a request for quite a few episodes now at this point, and I finally think I can tackle it, at least do a decent job about it. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we will be building a windmill. Now, I've already picked a spot. I've already started getting some resources for it. So, And along with that, we're going to be doing something else with that windmill as well. I want you guys to think for a moment. Think for maybe 5 seconds. What is the one thing I'm known for? What is the one thing I'm known for? Those of you in the streams, you'll get it. Those of you who have been around for a long time, you may also get it. You got it? It's in your head. You've got it? Okay. It starts with a W, right? Wheat. There we go. Farmer Fire back in action. But what I want to do around here, as a lot of you guys know, I want to have a wheat field kind of going around here. And I figured this spot right here would be perfect for a windmill. Number one is in the middle of a plains area. Obviously, realistically, there's going to be a lot of wind flowing through here, not a lot of trees to block it, especially if it's coming from that way. So there's some trees over there, but I think we're going to have our windmill facing probably that way, I'm guessing. The actual blades will face that way. And yeah, we're going to have a lot of wheat going around here. I don't know where exactly the wheat's going to go. I do know I want the entrance to this place to be right there. Because we will actually have stuff inside of this windmill. It won't be just an aesthetically pleasing thing. What I plan to do with this is have extra wheat storage. Of course, it makes sense having a wheat field, have extra wheat storage. And have extra storage of different, I guess, crops or just different things in here. Mainly wheat and seeds. It's going to be the storage inside. If you're manual storage, nothing automatic. But I think it's going to serve us well in the end. And will be a great use of the space that otherwise I probably wouldn't have used. So that's our goal for today. Get this windmill up and running and then get a little bit of a wheat field going on. So let's go ahead, guys. Without further ado, I have some materials over here. As you can see, we have oak, a few bone blocks, cobble, stone, and birch. I'm using these materials for our build today. So guys, without further ado, let me get started making this thing, and I will see you all in just a moment. So before starting this build, I actually looked up how to build a windmill because honestly, I've never actually built a windmill before. In all the times I've played this game, I've never actually built a windmill, a functioning, not really functioning, but even an aesthetic windmill in a world. It was never a priority, so I never even thought about it until now. So I actually looked up a few Minecraft designs, a few real life designs as well, builds you would find in the real world. And I got a lot of inspiration from that. That's one of I think my greatest tips. You can learn a lot from others. Obviously, I'm not the greatest of builders. I'm a good builder, I would say, but I'm not the greatest of builders. There's plenty of builders that are far better than I am. And so trying to figure out how to structure a windmill was the hard part for me. Even just looking at real life pictures really didn't do enough for me. So I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and look up some pictures, see if I can figure out how to build one. And I think I've done a pretty good job of that. I think through the design of the windmill, you guys will see that it's an okay design. It is not superb by any means. There's a lot of different windmill designs out there that are really good. But I do think I did a pretty good job with this, especially for it being my first windmill. You never know how good you're going to be at something or how something's going to turn out unless you try it, right? I've never actually built this thing before, so this was my first attempt, you could say. And now having that experience moving forward, it'll be a lot easier coming up with ideas and whatnot of how to actually build a better windmill going forward after this design. That's one of the biggest things about this game, learning experiences, learning what you can and cannot build, and learning what the best techniques are for building specific structures. So what I'm actually doing to the sides here, as you can see, adding a little bit of texture. I use smooth stone. Actually, a friend of mine, Dukester Games, recently was talking about using smooth stone in builds and how it's not really a thing people do anymore. So I figured I'd give it a shot, and I've really been liking this mixture of cobble and smooth stone. Might actually add some stone brick as well. But I really like that. I really like that design right there. I think it looks pretty good. And we also we have some yew. And I want to just add some texture, some depth, I suppose. Some fences along here, along the inside. As you can see, I use some oak mixed with stone. I think people usually just use stone at the bottom, but I figured mixing a little bit of oak would have continuity because going towards the top, we're going to have a lot more oak logs incorporated. So having oak logs down here as well is going to kind of, like I said, ensure that continuity between different aspects of the build. So I'm going to go ahead, guys, and continue to work on this thing. This is kind of what the base looks like. Our entrance is going to be right down there. We're going to have a ladder inside. Not sure how the interior is going to turn out yet, but we'll figure that out. But yeah, let me go ahead, guys, and work some more on this thing, and I'll be back with you all in just another moment. And place in some spruce fences. We actually are using a little bit of spruce in this build. I really just wanted to use oak and some stones and some birch, which, by the way, a lot of people don't like birch. I don't get it. I get the logs. I don't get the planks, but whatever. But yeah, I also want to mix in some spruce as well to kind of mix things up. And apparently on these things, you can have, like, railings. I didn't know that this was a thing until I looked it up, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and get started. Ooh, I actually need to go grab some bone blocks as well. One of the biggest things about this build I'm the most unsure about is... Let's actually pull up here. Is the size of it. So simply because, as you can see, we haven't even started with the main part of it. And look how big this is compared to that village over there. So I don't know if the size is really going to be much of a factor. But it's something to keep in mind. So if you guys have any suggestions, as always, feel free to let me know. I don't really know how far up this is going to be, because this top part here is going to be divided into two parts. This sort of shorter part down here with the actual landing. We'll have an entrance coming out here at some place. So you can actually come up some sort of ladder, come onto this deck and kind of look out. And also the second part is going to be a much taller part, which the actual fan blade of the windmill is going to be attached to. So those will be pretty cool once that we get them up and running. The fan blade is going to be made out of a lot of wool, lots and lots and lots of white wool. So that should be pretty interesting. It's a pretty, I kind of like the sort of fatter blades of the windmill. So kind of went with that, and I think it's going to look pretty good in the end. So let me go ahead, guys, and continue to work on this place, and then I will give you guys one more, hopefully, progress update to sort of finish things off for the outside of this build in just a moment. Why is this? What? How does? What? All right, well, things have happened. As you can see, the entirety of the outside is now done. You know how I was saying with the fat fan blades? That's what it looks like. And that's also why, moving forward, I was a little worried about this being so big. Even if we head back this way. Can I actually fly back this way? See it over here? Yeah, it's very, very noticeable. I also do apologize if you hear any background noise. The wind is literally howling. Literally howling. It's so windy today. It's crazy. Anyways, I don't know if it's too big or if it's just right. When I was first making this thing, I was really hoping it wasn't going to be that big, but now looking at it, it might fit the area pretty well. I don't really know, but I think we're going to go with it for right now. And I'm not too happy with the details in it. I still need to do maybe a few more details. Actually, if we go ahead and hop inside, I can show you guys the inside real quick. This is all it is so far. I got an oak floor. Then we have these little areas right here. You can just kind of come out onto the deck right here. Super easy, not hard at all. So we have those. Then we have this super simple tower going up. I wasn't sure what to do for the tower, so I went super simple. And I think it turned out all right. I think it turned out pretty decent. So, yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this outside part. But now it's time for the inside. I don't think I really have any other details I want to add to the outside. It's kind of flat, but I think I'm okay with it for right now. I really want to get the inside done. The inside is mainly going to be for, go up here, chests and stuff. So I think we're going to have one level probably right here. And kind of fill this in like so. And just sort of have multiple levels of chests, I think. This level right here, I think we'll have another level probably right here. Where this sort of banner's at. What are you doing? Yeah, one more level, I think, right here, and that'll be all levels we have for chests. I'm not sure yet if we're gonna do single chest or double chest. I guess it'll just sort of depend upon what we're going for. And of course, we're still need to fix up the ceiling. I think we might actually do some slabs or something there. Yeah, the majority of this is going to be chest, ceiling height chests, and crafting benches. Maybe a few furnaces. And I don't really think we need furnaces. But I'll probably put a bed in here as well. I want to have as many beds around here as possible, and I always hate going back and forth to try to go find my bed. So we might actually put one in here and kind of let it go. Do we actually want to have... What is that? That might actually look good on the inside. We can try that out and see if we like that for the inside portion over here. add a little bit of detail, things like that. But overall, I think this build turned out pretty well. Let me go ahead, guys, and get some chests put in place. Get some things going on the inside here. Probably put a bed down somewhere, sleep a little bit, and I'll see you all with probably a final progress update for this thing today in just a moment. And as we step inside, I have the bed right back here. We'll actually put a torch on the wall. Wasn't really sure what to do for down here, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. Same with right here. Wasn't really sure what to do for the inside. Do have this little lookout right here, which is pretty cool. You can see the villager breeder over there. Go up here even further. This is where I did most of the work. All kinds of chests, as you can see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 24 double chests right there. And go up even further. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. That's 32 regular chests, which is about equivalent to, or is equivalent to 16 double chests. So in total, we have 40 double chests worth of space in here. That'll be absolutely plenty of space. Well more than I will ever need for this area around here. So yeah, the windmill itself, it's done. I think too. Like I said before, not necessarily the quality that I wanted, but I think at the end of the day, it's going to serve its purpose pretty well, and not bad. Not bad, right? Not bad at all. But for the final part of today's episode, guys, we need to work on the wheat field itself. Now, many of you guys probably don't know the origin of the wheat field. So let me kind of explain that to you guys while I kind of start this thing out. I don't really know where I want to go. I know I definitely wanted to be up on this pathway. I know I definitely want to have some path blocks going off this right now. This will kind of go this way. I don't know. We'll probably go like around the pond or something. I don't know. It'll go this way. That's what I'm trying to say. But a lot of you guys probably don't know what the origin story of the wheat field is. So let me tell you guys how this all started. So it was back, I don't know, it was a few years ago now, but it was in my White's Wondrous Minecraft world, first single player world that I did on YouTube, that some of you guys may or may not remember. But in that world, I created a farm project after watching a YouTuber do some farming project in his world. I said, you know what, I want to try a farm project too. So I tried the farm project, and one of the things that I was really excited about was making a giant wheat field. So I made a gigantic, almost circular wheat field around my farming area. It had a barn, it had a silo, all kinds of stuff. You guys can still go back and watch it. I might actually link it in the top right hand corner if I can remember. If I don't remember, as always, you are free to let me know. I do appreciate you guys reminding me of that stuff whenever you can. But that thing turned out pretty well, and it became sort of a staple for some people. They say, wow, you spent all this time on this giant wheat field. That's crazy. It is crazy. I mean, I don't particularly find myself to be someone who spends too much time making meaningless things, but having a giant wheat field was probably one of those projects that was the most meaningless, but the most fun to do. It was just crazy. It was pretty cool stuff. So, yeah, that's basically how it started. And ever since then, every single world that I've sort of created, I've only had really 2 single player worlds, I guess, since then. I've always had this idea of continuing that theme of a giant wheat field continuous throughout my single player world on YouTube. So that's something I've always considered, and that I definitely think could be of good use here as well. So we do want to have sort of this farming district, not really farming district, but we have this giant plains area, and I figured, why not? Makes sense, why not? So yeah, that's why we're making the giant wheat field. It kind of makes sense for the area. There would be probably farmers around here. Where everything about lore for the area, they probably would have been farmers that sort of hopefully got along and created some awesome looking things. We may have to peel some of this stuff back at some point. I definitely want to do that. I'm leaving a one block gap. Actually, don't want that. We will have to come back and put jack-o'-lanterns here for lighting. That's what I typically do, and I think it's the most effective. I'm trying to leave a 1 gap space around here. We might actually just block for now, I guess. No, we'll make that grass. I'm leaving a 1 block space around here because I don't know exactly how wide I want this pathway or how I want this pathway to go. So we're kind of just leaving that space just in case. I want to do something more, which I probably will in the hopefully near future. So that'll be a thing hopefully. But guys, now that you know the origin story, let me go ahead and get to doing a lot of farming, planting a lot of these seeds. I'll probably plant as many of these seeds as I possibly can and see how this looks with the windmill nearby. So let's get to work, guys. I'll see you all in just another, I don't know, this is the 7th moment at this time. Probably the 7th, I don't know, a moment. This is the progress we've made today. As you can see, most of it hasn't, or some of it's grown in, some of it hasn't. But this is all the progress I made with the wheat field. Obviously, it's going to be 10 times bigger than this. We're going to expand over this way, probably towards the villager breeder, expand behind it, and expand over to this side. One place we won't be expanding to is around here. Towards the beginning of the season, of the series, something like that, I said I wanted a quarry probably around right here. As you can see, this is directly over where all my mining stuff, or almost directly over where all my mining stuff is over here. Definitely want a quarry going down there. We'll work on that in the future. I just want to make sure I got a space kind of marked out for it, just so that we don't put all the wheat units and have to remove it. That seemed kind of silly. I don't know if this is exactly the size it's going to be, but this is what I put down for now. But yeah, I think things are looking pretty good so far. I'm really liking how things have turned out with the wheat field and how things are going. Like I said before, I need jack-o'-lanterns for lighting. Lighting's going to be a big issue. Or we could do some scarecrows maybe, or things like that every now and then. That seems like an idea that might work out well for us, and I'll think about it for the future. But guys, that is going to do it for the main part of today's episode. I have one last thing for today, the comment for today. So today's comment is from a user by the name of Fovika, who said about the pathways last episode, which by the way, guys, you guys had a lot of good suggestions. I did put a poll in the video itself as well. I looked at that poll before today's episode. I think I might have mentioned that. I don't remember. But Favika said the red terracotta path is super interesting and not something I've seen before, so my vote is number 3. But I need something more, and the path blocks don't really go with it. Granite and red concrete powder might work with red terracotta. I love weirdness in Minecraft, and I feel like a red path is the perfect amount of weird that everybody needs in their life sometimes. That or go for a yellow brick road. There are a good amount of yellow options, and yellow blends better with spruce and dark oak than red does. Obviously, according blah blah blah. And it gives you the excuse to continually quote the Wizard of Oz. And I picked this comment specifically because of that yellow brick road part. That was a really cool idea, and I tried messing around with that in a creative world. I didn't really like it, and that's why I ended up going with the path I showed you guys at the beginning of the episode today. But I'm still open to options, and I don't know if the path I chose is necessarily the right path for us moving forward. So I'm still going to mess around with that and see what I like. I may end up sticking with the path I have now. I might switch it up a little bit. We'll see. But hopefully it won't be too different. Hopefully you guys will like it in the end. But guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. Like I said before, hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and are not already subscribed. Anyways, guys, take care, and I'll see you later. Everybody, welcome back to the Minecraft. Survival experience. And as you can see around me, we're starting off today's episode a little bit differently than we have in the past. The texture are a little bit different. The carrots behind me, they look a little bit different as well. Everything looks just a tad different. And that's because we are using, I think it's like the beta version 2.0 of the new default Minecraft textures that Jap has been working on for a while now. I actually don't know how long he's been working on them, but for a while now. And this is so far what he's come up with. So I want to go through the start of this episode looking at this world, showing you guys a few things I don't like and a few of the things I do like, and kind of seeing how the new textures will play into this world. Because obviously once the new textures are out, we're probably going to be using a vast majority of them in this world. So it's probably a good idea to kind of look at them. So let's go ahead and kind of go through the village first. first thing I noticed, I've been using granite as sort of this path, laying out different paths right here, just a way of marking out where the paths are going to be. I can tell you right now, this is a much better improvement to the last granite. It looks a lot better. Very happy with it. Another thing I really like, the leaves. The leaves are beautiful. This is not a texture he's changed recently in this version 2.0 pack versus the original new textures he put out. But I think it still looks really good. I think it's going to work pretty well in this village. I'm very, very excited for that. Another thing I really like, if you go over here, the crops, the carrots not bad, but the wheat, let me tell you, the wheat, we're going to go see the farm in just a minute. You can kind of see it off in the distance right there, but the wheat is a big improvement in my opinion from the previous wheat. I like it a lot more. It's going to work a lot better for a lot more builds overall just going forward, and previous builds I think are going to look a lot better with that. Now, a few things over here that I don't like. I don't like the logs, and I don't like the planks. I don't like any of the wood stuff. To me, it looks kind of washed out. Some people say plasticky. One of the other things I've heard is that something like the logs look kind of flat. And I have to agree with all those things. The wood, to me, this seems to be a downgrade from what we had before. Obviously, the wood we had before was okay, wasn't great. But this, to me, is probably the biggest, one of the bigger things I don't like about this pack. I don't have any fixes for it other than to go back to the original textures, but I don't really think that's going to work out too well. But this is one of the things that I don't like, and I would like to see sort of fine-tuned. Maybe the same style, just fine-tuned and making it a little less plasticky. And over here at the farm, as I was saying earlier, the wheat is a lot different. I think it looks a lot better. I really like how the windmill looks, even with the new wood, which I don't like. The windmill still looks all right. The cobble doesn't look too great over here. One of the things I first noticed about it is it kind of looks sort of like, maybe it's just me, but dragon scales. I don't know. Definitely looks a little bubbly. And not what I would expect out of cobble. Although I could definitely get used to this. I could get used to the wood as well, but I could definitely get used to the cobble more than the wood in general. And this farm, by the way, this farm is looking pretty good in this texture pack without the new default pack. It's looking pretty good. I have a lot of plans for this going forward and in today's episode. But the other thing I want to look at was over here is, as you guys can see, I've already made a bunch of changes that have nothing to do with the new pack. One of the things that I've already done, built this little thing over here to kind of house different villagers. Because our villager situation over here is not looking too good. We have way too many villagers clogged up in there, so I decided to make a little platform. That way it's easy access to get these guys down here in a minecart and put them over to here, which I way overshot that. Which, as you can see, I have a ton of villagers already in, I guess, temporary pods. I want to think that these are temporary pods. And I've already started trading with some of them. We got one new librarian. He's not very good. Like he's kind of terrible. So he may need to be gotten rid of. But some of these other guys are okay. I haven't really gone through all like the clerics and the leather workers and the toolsmiths and the whatnots there. So I have no idea what kind of trades they actually have. But hopefully they're pretty good. Is this guy yeah, we have a lot of cartographers. It's kind of a disappointment. But the other glaring thing you guys can probably see over here is this wooden structure right here, which looks, it doesn't look good in this new default pack. But what this is going to be, guys, this is actually a suggestion. What this is going to be is a new sort of maintenance shack for this area over here, where we can have our bed and just some individual chests until we get like a big storage thing done. We may eventually kind of get rid of this, I don't know, but for now this is exactly what we're gonna have. Also, don't worry about the iron door. These don't affect the villager breeders, so don't worry about that. I already have a second story right here with a bed. This place still needs to be furnished and stuff like that, but we'll get to that today or another day. We'll definitely see about that. But the last thing over here, texture pack related, that you can probably notice is this clear glass. Now this is not part of Jappa's pack. I found a clear glass texture pack recently that I really like. It was just made recently, actually, by Dnator. I'll put a link down below to this pack. All the links that are needed so you guys can find it will be down below. And I really, really like this clear glass pack. I've been looking for a pack like this for a long time. I absolutely love the way the connected textures work. Even these little dots in the middle, I think are well worth the quality of this clear glass pack. I'm a huge fan of it, even in the few days that I've been using it. So I definitely think it's a good idea. If you guys are looking for a clear glass pack, I highly recommend this one. I've been absolutely loving it, and I think you guys would be too. And of course, with all the new textures, with the Jappa textures and whatnot, I'll try to put a link down below to where you guys can download it if I can find it. If not, you guys could probably find it on your own. Because obviously there's a lot of textures here I haven't gone over. The gravel right here, which I'm not a huge fan of. The mossy stone brick right there. There's a lot of different textures that I haven't gone over that I'm not gonna go over today because that would take forever. That would take the entire episode. But if you guys want to go ahead and download the pack, I'll try to link it down below so you guys can kind of check it out for yourselves if you haven't already. I definitely recommend checking it out for yourself before making any glaring sort of statements about it. Well, speaking of statements, if you guys have already seen this and you do have an opinion on some things, if you like what I said, if you don't like what I said, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this new default texture pack as well. I'm personally thinking it's going in the right direction. There are a few textures, like I said, with the wood and things like that I'm not a huge fan of, but overall I think it's a pretty cool pack. And going forward, it'll definitely be something that I won't necessarily mind going forward. But guys, that's it for sort of the pack review for today. We need to get into today's episode, the actual episode that we're supposed to be doing today. So there's two main things I want to do today. First off, I want to work on the villager breeder area over here. We need to do an interior to that house, and we need to maybe spruce up this area over here. That's sort of what the main focus of what I want to do for this area today, because you guys have been saying for a while, this looks kind of plain white. What are you doing? Well, you're right. And we need to fix it. Also, these guys aren't breeding. Uh-oh. I'll have to mess around with that. I don't know why this is happening, but we can figure it out. It shouldn't have been anything I changed. But yeah, we can figure that out. And also, the second part of today, I want to go ahead and work on this area over here. As you can see, I've started laying out some roadways over here, different paths in between, where I want different crops, because it won't only just be wheat over here. Wheat will be a huge portion of it, but I want to try beetroot. I want to try carrots. I want to try potatoes. All those amazing little crops that we never really delve into. I definitely want to try over here in today's episode, and maybe get a few going here, a few going there, a few going everywhere. That's kind of the goal for today. But guys, without further ado, I have an episode to record. You guys have an episode to watch. Let's go ahead and get on into the episode. I've done a ton of things that I think turned out pretty well. If we look at the inside, I placed a bunch of chests. I made sure the bed was right. I placed flower pots and different things here and there. Probably seeing it right now, to be honest, that I've already done to the interior of this. So the interior of the house is done. Let's give one final look of the interior. As you can see, some carpets right here with flower pots with some, I figured cobblestone walls would actually, I don't know, add a little bit of texture and color variation in here. Add this nice blue, actually, I think this is cyan carpet right here. All the chests, there's nothing in here right now, but actually, can we grab something real quick? Just realized I forgot to do something. See if we can get it done. Let's grab some spruce. Actually, can we grab spruce fences and see if that works? I thought everything was done in here, but apparently I didn't finish the bottom here. If we did something like that, maybe something like that. No, yes, maybe. I'm not a huge fan of that. I want to try fences.
So salty.
I am. Like, everybody
It's
was
playing
logging it out.
Minecraft, not enough.
Noob said adieu, and then the party
Am I
was
not
over.
enough for you? Is that what I'm finding out?
I don't know where this conversation is going, but I'm just... Huh. That's kind of lame.
Well, I mean, gonna say you shouldn't have failed, but it really didn't seem like it was your fault, so.
It really wasn't. Like, my job was super passive. I was the one getting the builds for the guys who actually fucked up. But I don't know. And he's not in chat, obviously, because he's focused on the Frost Knight, but I don't know. Like, the party was gone. How the hell did he get another Frost Knight lobby? That's what I'm confused about. Like, Noob and the other guy were getting off. I went back to Minecraft, and Benz is somehow...
No, the guy he's with now, he got them off, and that's why they're playing with him. You gotta think of it in a different way, you know?
Mm-hmm. Noob is still online, too. Did those motherfuckers just... Oh, let me check Discord. No. Because when I left to talk to you, when I just called you straight up, they were all still on a call. They are not currently, which doesn't inherently mean anything. I'm like investigative work here. Noob's in a mission, Benz is in a mission, I didn't add the other guy. Huh. Okay. I feel like I just played myself, you know? Now, on the other hand, if they were gonna get another one going, I don't think it came to this, so I didn't tell you this much, but with you, for example, I was gonna say just one more run, win or lose. So that was my one, but I would have liked to be whatever. Alright, I'll figure it out later. It's not something I need to concern myself over right now.
Yes, salty boy, let's go into the nether. You need a...
Salty boy?
Yeah, salty, let's go.
I'm salty that my friends kind of ran off without me to do a thing that I was supposed to be part of.
Okay, well that's valid.
I mean, are you listening to what they're doing?
Yeah.
I left a party that everybody was leaving, only to hit up Minecraft and see that they're actually still together and are giving it another go without me. Oh. I mean, if they complete it, those motherfuckers better run it again for me.
Yeah,
I mean, Noob already completed it. He's
that
running
would
it
bug
again
me
for us.
too. That's kind of annoying.
As long as they run it again, they can go and do it all they want. As long as Benz is gonna log on to help me. Because you literally can't do it solo. You need a team of high-level players, and my high-level friends are about to do it without me. Fine, whatever. Senpai knows me, Senpai. Nathan, hello. LZ, hello. Remember to leave a like. Everybody should like the stream. Support the stream. Like the stream. Comment on the stream. Interact. Hang out.
It goes off about how friends are annoying. Everybody like the stream.
But how is that different?
I don't know. It was just
Well,
the transition was really funny.
My head actually hurts.
Mine
I
hurts too.
Well, my head was kind of just hurting, and I didn't really realize why until I realized I was 10 hours into the stream, and I was like, you know, that could be it. That might have something to do with it, actually. Oh. It's super cool reviving the patron server. Because it's not a big deal, and I don't bring it up ever. Actually, I don't think I've ever talked about it on stream. But my Patreon was doing really well before I stopped playing Minecraft. and that's not a huge, that's not my main motivator or anything, but like it's cool to like give people some kind of incentive to use that old Patreon page. I felt guilty about it for the longest time because I never actually played on the Patreon server as much as I always wanted to, and it's just... Alright, Danny, we got a problem here. It's not really a problem, it's just kind of a thing.
What?
The roof of the sheep farm is cool and awesome and everything, but in creative, I designed it with night vision on.
Wait, you designed it in creative?
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's cheaty.
How the hell is that cheating?
We're doing everything in survival.
I planned it out, so I knew what I was doing.
Why didn't...
I'm not just gonna wing it in survival.
Did
It
you,
wouldn't look
like-
half as. No, I didn't do
you-
it on a
It
separate
doesn't look
world.
that great.
On a separate world, I planned it out, and then I logged in once I figured out what I wanted to do.
Oh.
Yeah, what did you think I meant? Yeah,
I
I'm
thought you
sitting
meant
here
that
in
you just like
creative
straight
mode.
up built everything creative.
Oh,
Fuck, no.
I think it looks pretty good. It's a hell of a lot better than nothing, honestly. It's not insane. I'm not gonna stand by it to the end of time, but honestly, I'm proud of this for what it is.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Sheen makes everything look better, so at this point it's usually just him building stuff. When me and him build stuff together. Because I know he's going to make it look really good, so I kind of just throw ideas at him and he makes it into something really cool.
I don't know. I like this a lot. It's a nice slope roof. It looks clean, and
Did
it's
you
not
see
perfect, but
The pool. Come look at the pool.
yeah, I saw the pool. Robot voice. No, there's no robot voice.
I don't know if this dude's
It's
coming,
alright.
but I've just been waiting for him.
Damn, we got more people online. We're about to have
That's
every
okay.
whitelisted patron online all at once. God damn.
We should throw a party.
Hell yeah. Party at the sheep farm. Are you gonna come help me spread the sheep out?
No, I'm going to the nether. I need quartz. And I told you to come with me, but you didn't, so I found someone else. Maybe.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna do the sheep myself then.
No,
Since
come
we're
help me
doing
with
that.
this, and then we'll do that thing later.
I'm going to the nether. Come with me or don't. Gets mad at me for doing the sheep out. Okay. Chaser's coming over. Thanks, bro. I knew I could rely on you. Lady just needed her jewels.
But no,
I'm not
come
actually-
here.
Oh, I'm coming there. For what?
Yeah, we're going to the nether. We need
Why?
quartz.
What do you quartz for?
Everything.
That's very not specific.
For the pool.
Hmm.
Maybe. I haven't decided if I'm gonna use it for the pool, but I probably am. We leaving. Are
Wasp?
you coming?
What do you mean wasp? Oh, you know, I was gonna come, but I'm gonna go work on my sheep now.
No, you weren't. I don't believe you. Come on. Oh, hi. Let's go.
How are you out of quartz?
I ran out like 12 different times. This area is looking real nice. Chaser! Sorry, I got so excited. I just wanted to beat you. I don't know if he's listening, but... Why'd you kill him? He was gonna help us.
I didn't want him to be alive. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself.
Sometimes it be that way. But watching my health just decrease as I do that. Why did they got rid of my pathway? No, we
Yeah, I
going
don't
this
actually know how to get into the nether.
Maybe right here. Yeah.
Game is so nostalgic. Sir, has it really been that long where the game is nostalgic now?
It is, honestly. When I started playing it, I was like, shit.
I already found quartz. I'm off to a great start.
Where?
I can't tell
You're
you.
lying. Dude, I can see you.
I've got
No,
27 quartz
we
ore
gotta
on
go
me.
down the stairs. You're flying.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's the other dude. Oh, I'm so confused. How'd you do that so quick?
For what?
Move.
I don't know. I moved my character. See, sir, I know him as a Minecraft player. Like, there's no way. Nostalgia. It's been like a year since you've been playing regularly. Nothing like the entire nether being turned into stone.
Oh no, I don't have the pick. Oh, just kidding. I had Silk Touch, but we good. I found the other one.
I love it. She said she's just kidding, but like, not really though.
No, I was.
She really thought she didn't have a pick for a second.
It's fine. Don't attack me.
How much quartz are you up to?
I don't have a real amount because I have some ore as well. So I'm not telling. This isn't a competition.
It is
Okay?
100% a competition.
I hate you so much right now. It is not.
I will absolutely make a big deal out of this.
Please don't. You do that with a lot of. Okay.
God
no,
damn,
actually,
I'm gonna need a
don't
shulker
wanna
box
start
after
that.
this.
How much do you have?
Up to 3 stacks.
Shit.
I'm up to level 30 too. But it's 30 as well, not 32. How about this texture pack confused me so much?
I
Well,
can't actually.
it's better.
Wait, I didn't know Enderman could spawn here. What the hell?
They can, it's a 5% chance.
Oh no, I made it angry!
Endermans are
forgot you
neutral.
couldn't
Just
look at
don't make
that.
eye contact.
I did exactly that. I think I'm dead.
Danny, that's really gonna hurt your speed. It's not gonna help your numbers by the end of this.
Wait, this isn't... Wait, you're cheating!
I'm cheating.
You made it look like stone. That's probably
What?
cheating.
Remember when I asked you to install this and you were like, oh, I don't want it, it's difficult.
Yeah.
And honestly, white on red looks better than white. Or it looks easier to see than white on light gray. Although you're right, my entire nether is more pleasing to the eye.
Hey, you're not out here dying, so...
That's right. That's why I'm ahead in this competition.
Oh, I broke ice! I mean, I didn't do it. It wasn't my fault. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, spaghetti. Nice.
Uh-oh. The child's being obnoxious again. Do you want to beat him this time?
You're not being that annoying.
Fuck you! Damn! I don't know where to go because I've gone everywhere around here. That's why I can't find any. I don't know if I went that way.
Stop not silk touch. Mushishu, do you want to just stream? Should I? Do you want to just come over here and operate my PC? Would you like to just take a handle on this and just control it from here on out?
Oh, can I do that? Oh, I just flew right into Blaze spawner. Uh-oh.
Using silk touch is a dated thing because nowadays we have shulker boxes. Nowadays we actually have technologies that have allowed for the capacity at which Fortune would consume. We used to not do this because silk touch would allow us to bring back more ore so that we could harvest it all. So now that I have shulker boxes, I can store way more quartz, and honestly I can just craft it in the blocks as I go anyway. So Fortune is absolutely amazing. And I'm assuming you need the block in.
Yeah, and then I have to probably craft that into weird stuff, so it takes a lot. Oh, I'm on fire! I'm so laggy. This just isn't good. I don't think I'll find my way back, but...
I love tasting my pizza from earlier.
Ew. You didn't need to know that. I like how this boy was gonna help me, but then he realized it'd be boring, so he didn't, like... Don't blame him at all. Like, good for him.
I blame him. I knew it would be boring, and I came anyway. I could be moving sheep right now, but no.
That sounds honestly more boring. It's kind of fun though. Oh, he is. I'm sorry. I didn't know that. Oh my god! Oh no! It's fine. It's fine. It turned
Gaffing
out
is a
okay.
happy movie. No! Way too
Wait,
overkill
something
for
hit
this
me
one.
and I'm on fire.
Oh, Jaffe's in the stream. I didn't even need to respond in game. God damn it. Why would you type in game for a movie suggestion? Honestly, Jaffe, you need to feel right now genuinely lucky that I even saw your in-game message. I don't check chat.
Yeah, he
Hell,
ignores
everything's in a
it.
different language. Danny has to DM me multiple times, Snapchat me, and then tell me in the stream that she Snapchatted me just to redirect me back to Discord.
Yeah, he's kind of a pain in the ass.
Oh, I
but it's
missed
okay.
you in Discord and you didn't respond. Oh, you did message me on Discord. You just say it in stream chat. I'm streaming. This is the easiest way to get a hold of me. Anyway, happy movie that Jaffe hasn't seen. Oh, man. It's way too late in my day.
If you hear screaming parents or kids, I'm sorry. They're just little
Nice.
shits, and I can't.
I'll just assume you're the worst of it and you're just getting lucky right now.
What?
You're just making everybody angry.
Oh, yeah, it's all
Happy
my
movie.
fault.
Damn. I'm gonna search happy ending. Okay. I'm trying to think of like a really good happy movie, but Jaffe, have you seen Hot Shots? Please answer in the stream, because I don't want to keep talking to you on 3 different platforms. Seriously, I'm talking to him in
Why am I
stream. He's responding in Minecraft about his Discord DM. Like, can we just settle on one? Have you seen Hot Shots? Which is like the parody movie of Happy Gilmore's a good one. I actually scrolled through that. He was considering that. I just slap that on a side monitor while he takes 15 years to respond in chat.
I hate these stupid slimes. They're bitches.
How is Jaffe gonna ask me for a movie then? 1991 or 1993? Well, there's Hot Shots and there's Hot Shots Part 2. So, 1991, I suppose, technically. Well, either of them. I don't know. They're both great. That's just a funny movie. I don't know that it's inherently happy, but it's funny.
Just look up movies where the dog doesn't die.
So you can fortune at 1.3. Figured out. RNG minute for fortune is not overkill. Yeah. I've indeed seen the first one. Watch the second one then.
The second movies are always like really bad though.
No. I've seen this one. That's a really bad... Do you go into every series like that?
Well, I just expect the worst, and then if it's like kind of bad but almost good, then I'm like, oh cool, like I'm happy, you know?
Wow. That's the worst.
Yeah, but then if it's not the worst, you enjoy it. But if you expect it to be decent and then it's like just boring, then it's bad, you know?
I'm not sure what A Knight's Tale is. Then my comment said, yeah, that means you agree. No, it doesn't. Actually, rare that I agree with most of Mushishu's opinions. No, I'm not gonna use Silk Touch. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about with RNG manipulation. Is there... I don't even want to mess with that, if that's a thing. I'm gonna use Fortune to get more quartz. That'll work for me. Danny needs it now. Fortune will get it now. I'm getting plenty of quartz as it is.